MAGA will be twerking for bugs.
Hey everybody, welcome. It is, I always have to look at the date.
The 6th.
It is Thursday, November the 6th. Welcome to Snow Himbo Streams. We're going to have a lot of people on tonight. It's going to be like a panel, which is, in my opinion, the best way to do any kind of tier list, especially a tier list, which is this much of a fucking dumpster fire. Dumpster fire being going over all of these executive orders that Orange Man has rattled off in like crazy rapid succession. Almost as if, like, I don't know, someone was just handing them to him and said, sign it. That wouldn't be the case, because Donald's anti-establishment and he's fighting the deep state,
right?
and other fairy tales that adults should not be believing in.
Believe that seven-headed dragon is around, like the unicorn.
Especially that Ian guy. I don't remember.
Ian Carroll.
Yeah, who's trying to make excuses and like, oh, but there's a reason for this.
I told you guys so that they would be making excuses for the next 4 years. And didn't I say MAGA was going to be making excuses for the next 4 years? I said that.
And I gotta say, I've seen some of Ian Carroll's most like recent videos, and like he's sweating, he's like twitchy and nervous. I told this to Nick from RBN. I was like, I legitimately think this, like, the CIA has this man's balls like hooked up to like a SpaceX rocket. Like he acts like there's a gun on him. That's all I'm gonna say. He acts like there is a gun pointed at his dome whenever he goes live in these videos.
Remember, he had it right. You know, he was like, I hate this. This isn't right. Trump shouldn't be doing this. And it moved to, he got him, as Jimmy Dore would say, he got his mind right. And now he's doing all the bullshit. Oh, well, Trump is playing 3D chess. I'm like, no, you fucking idiot.
I will say that, unlike the liberals, the shitlifts, at least some, not a lot, but some of the MAGA supporters, are, calling him out for that. Like this Isabella girl, I don't remember. No, not Fiorella Isabel.
Oh, you gotta say I like her.
But this other Isabella, I really remember her name, but she was a MAGA supporter. She's calling out Trump for the Gaza thing going on. So at least she is. I even saw the quartering tweet, hey, he doesn't agree with Trump on it either. So even he's against that. So
my favorite was James Woods. Or not James Woods. Who's the Dilbert guy? You guys know the Dilbert guy? We all know the Dilbert guy. What the hell is his name? Scott Adams.
Oh, the British guy?
No. He's just bald and weird looking. No offense to bald people. I listen, bald is beautiful, but he's weird looking. That's the takeaway you got to focus on, not the bald part.
Right.
Don't shit on any bald people. He did a really interesting tweet. I actually want to. We can dick around for a little bit, just because it's going to be
a little bit till Greg comes on.
Yeah. Also, I just want to like. Here's the thing, like, I did like a banger response, and really I want this show to just be about like how smart and right I am all the time. I don't really want to focus on any. Wait, was it him? Oh no.
James
Am I
Woods?
dumb? No, it wasn't James Woods. It was Scott. I'm pretty sure it's Scott Adams. How the fuck do I... Oh, sorry guys, give me one
Well, that's
second.
because James Woods, he's insufferable because he's a shitlib. And he bitches about everything. It's like, I'm like, well, no.
No. James Woods is like one of the MAGA people, but
Is he? I thought he was a shit.
Yeah, he is. He's always.
I mean, they're the same thing, right? You know, it's the same thing, really. The
He
shit libs are
behaves-
just like the MAGA people.
I've always liked James Woods in this role of GTA San Andreas, but other than that, no.
Hold on.
I liked him in
Where
Straight Talk,
is-
and I liked him as Hades in the cartoon Hercules.
Oh, that's Scott Adams. Yeah, I'm not sure if I really know that.
Oh,
guy.
that's Scott Adams.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
the
can't.
British-
add.
the one who's
Okay.
I thought was British. The one who I'm thinking of is Nick Adams. Nick Adams.
Okay.
Ah.
So the tweet was basically something. You can just file this under like random MAGA copium / propaganda. But the tweet
we
was
go.
like, at first, what Trump was talking about with Gaza, which we know
Mhm.
is plans to essentially ethnically cleanse the area, which should come at a surprise to no one, at least 100 million of you.
And now they're literally twisting themselves into pretzels. Some of them, most of them, MAGA is literally twisting themselves into pretzels to say, no, this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Yeah.
Tell me how it's
Yeah.
a good thing.
I mean, again, do they not remember what he did in his first term?
Nope, they have
Yeah.
amnesia.
So the tweet went something like this. It was like, when I first heard about what Trump planned to do to Gaza, I was horrified. But then I like stayed up all night, and he's doing like, actually, wait, I know what to find.
I don't know how I'm gonna get through the night. I mean, I didn't sleep. Come on, give me a break. You slept like a baby, and you slept like a baby all through the fact that Joe Biden was doing it. You didn't say shit.
Hold on.
And speaking of that, what really pisses me off is that all of a sudden the
Here it is.
Democrats and the mainstream media care that Trump
Here it
is
is.
Now they're talking to the Palestinians.
They
One
never-
Palestinian.
but they never never said or did shit when Biden was
Right.
doing, like
Exactly. I agree with
like
Dude
now
Dissidents.
you care about
Okay. Okay, so this is the shit. I hate that sleeping on this changed my opinion. First reaction, hell no, I hate everything about this. Current opinion. Trump just
Wow.
ended a perma war between Hamas and Israel by
They did it!
informing them.
It did not end. It did not end. First of all, this wasn't a war. This was literally a
the
genocide.
genocide. Yes.
Mhm.
Ugh, I hate when they say that. They think that's a gotcha. No, this was not a war. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Snow.
By informing them that they will no longer have a common border one way or another. It's not a bluff, but it will have the effect of sharpening the thinking of everyone in the region. I'd expect some frantic counteroffers. In his inimitable way, Trump is generating new options in a land that had none. He's doing it by presenting himself as the common enemy to both sides. Here I am assuming Israel's government is choking on this idea too. The last thing I want is the USA owning Gaza. But if it's also the last thing all of the countries in that region want, something productive
No.
could come out of it.
Nobody
I
wants
ain't reading all of that. Free Palestine.
it.
This is what I said. You are demonstrating a coping mechanism live on the internet. This is what this is in real time. Your initial reaction to this was correct, but you could not handle the cognitive dissonance it caused, so you gaslit
Yep,
yourself
so
into
you
a less
Turn yourself into
emotionally
a pretzel.
distressing conclusion.
I mean,
So-
this is literally like, how do I put this? This is like polishing a turd and saying, this is not a turd, this is a great thing. It's still a turd, you dumb fuckers.
Well, yeah, because it's always one form of gaslighting or another. That's the problem.
I don't know. I'm yelling at my screen going, you dumb motherfuckers. You are stupid if you believe any of this bullshit. And I agree with Dude Dissidents. I was watching them earlier
me too.
on X. Well, I didn't catch the whole thing. I just kind of, got it at the end. But to be honest, I agree with Dude Dissidents when they say, if you believe anything these people say, you are brain dead. You don't think. You literally just go along. And these people, they know how to manipulate the system because their followers are MAGA people and they don't want to hear, oh, Trump has betrayed you again, you dumb motherfuckers, because you don't listen. You don't care. You just, oh, Daddy Trump. And now let's suck the dick of Donald Trump.
Russell's impressions are hilarious too.
I'm not gonna lie, the Daddy Trump, Daddy's home shit, that I had to take a shower after that. That was just horrifying.
I mean,
you guys are referring to him as Daddy? Like,
yeah.
what amount Trump supporters will do anything?
Issues, I guess, you know,
Trump supporters will do anything but go to therapy.
Yep. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. That the underlying thing is that these people literally watched Trump almost blow Netanyahu on TV, live on TV. I'm surprised literally when he pulled the chair out, put the chair back in, that he didn't get under the table and just give him a fucking blowjob. That's what I was expecting. I was shocked when he didn't do that.
The other guy I want to include is Jackson Hinkle, because one day he'll act like a Trump supporter, and the next day he'll act like as a Trump hater. It's like, which are you, man?
Yeah, which are you? Are you gonna bend yourself into pretzels again, doing this stupid bullshit?
I'm gonna be honest. I've studied Jackson for a while now, and I think I think that dude is just a fed. I'm sorry, that's my take on Jackson Hinkle. If you disagree with me, that's fine, but it's just like his takes are so erratic and weird.
That he does everything for the clout. He literally said that. So
he could just be a cloud farmer too, but like, I don't know, a lot of his behavior is just fucking weird. It's weird.
It is.
It just doesn't make sense.
When he put on that MAGA hat, I was like, all right, I'm not watching Jackson Hinkle anymore. I've had enough. I don't know what these people are thinking, but again, if he plays to the crowd, then he's no different than the people who literally have MAGA people that they don't want to upset because they make money off of those basic sheep. They can get them to believe anything, and they'll just go along. Yeah, let's suck on Daddy Trump.
He made great content back in 2021, but then just from there on, it just for whatever reason he just decided to, grift, which is he didn't need to do that.
Is Hinkle still a thing?
I don't watch him.
Unfortunately, he still is. So
unfortunately, yes.
When was the last time he was on Jimmy's show? Like a year ago?
I think it was sometime last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay, but in other news, myself and Greg got a shining endorsement from the American Communist Party, of which Jackson Hinkle is affiliated with. So this is good. This is really good stuff.
Why does it say post not available?
I don't know. They probably mass reported my boy, but
Mad
crap, Mad and.
Sorry, I just wanted to say you still might be able to see it if you click it, possibly.
Let's see. Oh, you're right. Yeah, so he was fighting with I don't know. This is another.
Oh yeah, you lost it. I think I saw
Rebel Report.
And then apparently the ACP guys think Mad and Crab. Okay.
Mad and Crab.
Yeah, I don't know. These people are drunk. Mad and Crab and Snow Himbo equals twinks with zero substance or style. Which is,
you know that how?
Which is weird.
What the hell is a twink?
It's definitely not someone with this rugged appearance. This glorious facial hair. This Viking aura. But they have to cope. Also, this motherfucker, who are you? You're a fucking bear with another man's logo. That's the.
Is he trying to say like he's an alpha male or something?
No, with a bear.
That's Infrared Hawes's logo, and he put a bear on top of it. So I don't know if this is actually like a Hawes sock account or something. He's got like 4 followers, so I don't know.
But like how so many people went at, made fun of Jimmy for creating another account. Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he admitted he got suck accounts.
Yeah.
I mean,
people blocked him. People
I'm not
flock-
gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty cringe. That was cringe as fuck. Like you shouldn't
I
be
think-
arguing. You
I
shouldn't
think
be
I agree
arguing.
with Cowboy Kitty though that they got mad crashes on you. They're crushing on you guys.
Maybe. Or the whole organization is just an elaborate op, which is what I'm leaning towards. Listen, I was very supportive at first, but all I see these American Communist Party people doing is just like doing slurs on the internet and like fighting and yelling at everybody and calling anyone who's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't like behave like this if you're trying to get people to take you seriously. They just call those people liberals or like, I don't know, right wingers or I don't know. It's weird. It just keeps getting weirder. Anyway, we should get to these executive orders before we get too lost in the.
I was gonna say because I had to correct Greg. I said, Greg, I think it was the one. We're not sending aid to Ukraine. I said, come on, man. You know they're not gonna stop that, and Trump ain't gonna stop it. He's like, well, that's what it says. I was like, there has to be an underlining thing. And what happened was Michael Tracy called this out. It wasn't all aid, it was just non-military aid. So we're still going to send weapons and shit to Ukraine.
The one with the hairiest chest hair.
Okay, so NBC News was useful for the first time in its fucking history, and it did like a breakdown of all the executive orders. There's more than 40.
Man.
So we're going to break them down one by one, and then we are going to rate them and do a nice tier list.
From what? From shitty to shittiest?
I'm thinking of rating them just based on like, are these objectively good for Americans or bad for Americans? I thought of like which way would I want to rate them. Like, I don't know.
That'll be easy. All of them are shit.
Yeah.
That should take too long.
Like, does this actually affect Americans? So
Okay.
let's start with number one here, category Foreign Affairs, title, America First Policy Directive to the Secretary of State. Directs the Secretary of State to bring the State Department in line with an America First foreign policy.
Nope.
Which
America
is absolutely shit.
Foreign policy. So
Nope. Let's move on next.
I rate this as shit and getting shittier.
Yeah.
This really has no effect on us because, again, it's never been America first. It's always been Israel first or Ukraine first or somebody else has always come first, not the American people. Instead of worrying about homelessness and, healthcare, Trump's worried about blowing Netanyahu.
I guess you could also include Saudi Arabia first as well, even though
that's right. Yes. Can't forget about the Saudis.
Right. So, Section 1, purpose. From this day forward, the foreign policy of the United States shall champion core American interests and always put America and American citizens first. No, this has never been a thing. Even if America is a completely isolationist, America does not stick its dick in any other countries, but it's always sticking its dick in other countries. Even if it doesn't put its dick in other countries, it still doesn't put American citizens first.
No.
You put corporations first. You put billionaires first. You put finance capital first. You're not putting ordinary working class people first. They've never been first. You're throwing homeless people in jail for fuck's sake.
American
We're being
first.
homeless.
That's what Mastermind Hours said.
American first. I like this. It doesn't mean anything. It's just rhetoric.
Also, this literally doesn't mean anything. I don't know what this means. Like, what are you going to do?
He's going to do nothing but sit around and fart and just hope people believe his bullshit. That's it.
He just means America will be the first one to do all those, military.
Yeah, all those, yeah. First with Iran. We'll piss off Iran so bad because Trump was trying the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why not go all the way this time, right?
Yeah.
All right, so next on the list, we have the application of protecting Americans from foreign adversary Controlled Applications Act to TikTok. Instructs the Attorney General to not enforce a ban on TikTok which was enacted by Congress in 2024 and upheld by the Supreme Court this year for 75 days.
Again, why are we focusing on TikTok? I don't understand.
Because again, that's the distraction. Oh no, TikTok's going to go down, so people are going to lose their ad revenue to put more propaganda out there. Now, yeah, there's some good stuff on TikTok, but I mean, for fuck's sake, I don't even have a TikTok.
It's not just that though. It's not just that. They've noticed since TikTok was saved or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently there's some changes where if you put in Free Palestine, for example, that's
been
suddenly
censored. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think what the ruling class is enacting with this one is, oh, well, we can't take TikTok away. They also probably realize, like, oh, fuck, they're going to red note. They're talking to actual Chinese citizens. Stop this. This can't happen. They're saying the credit score is bullshit. They're saying everything about China's propaganda. Stop it. We need to cut this off. That remains like the biggest like self-own like step into a rake sideshow Bob shit I think I've ever seen the American Empire do. They're gonna ban TikTok so everybody finds another app. It's an actual Chinese app, and they start talking to Chinese people and realize their government's been fucking lying.
Well, a lot of shit lips have been moving on to Blue Sky, so.
Yeah, let them go. So if they want to talk among their echo chamber, just like the MAGA people, say la vie. We don't need the you know.
That's my. I like the thick and I like the talk. I think they're both tremendous.
Ew, mastermind. Yeah.
Tremendous.
That's great.
It's a tremendous TikTok.
Even when you hear Trump now, he's starting to turn into Joe Biden a bit.
No doubt.
Trump's already having some Biden moments. I think it'd be really funny if we had 4 more years of like just like orange Biden, where he's just like he's fucking up words. He's like just gibberish on stage. He starts like walking into podiums and chairs and shit. That would be incredible. That would be the greatest.
It's like that video I showed.
Upgrade his bio.
It's like the video I showed you and Angel Steph when Biden when he was open the door very slowly and then closing very slowly.
And then closes it.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, this doesn't really affect like Americans. This is literally just we need to protect like our propaganda outlets. That's
basically, that's what I said. Yeah.
Okay. So clarifying the military's role. Brilliant. And NBC, this is great. I love capitalized letters in the middle of sentences. It's the best.
Yeah, exactly. They put a capital S after apostrophe. Like, come on. Angel and I have experienced some other articles we looked at. Those companies, they've misspelled the words and letters as well. Like, what
that's because doing? they don't use spell check. They don't reread their shit. They just post it. And then hope it sticks. You know, it's all propaganda.
It's like, bro,
you had one
like,
job.
Do you guys not have Grammarly? Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah. Okay, so states that it's American policy to have the armed forces protect U.S. borders and requires the defense secretary to, within 10 days, deliver a plan on sealing the border and repelling forms of invasion, including unlawful 2 L's.
Sentences.
Mass migration. So I have a theory because what you guys are going to see, you're going to see a lot of border immigration shit.
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory. I've said it before. It bears repeating though. I think all of the immigration narratives are going to eventually land at digital ID.
Yes.
You're already seeing it in Canada. Oh
my God.
Our possible new prime minister, we're not sure now because it's kind of a toss-up, the polling, but our possible new prime minister, who famously referred to himself as a simple goy from the prairies in front of the pro-Israel group of people, just normal stuff that normal people do.
Yeah.
Down on the
He was
prairie.
talking about drones at the border. He was talking about scanning technology. He was talking a lot about this like surveillance tech.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, okay, so there's a problem, and your solution is like increased surveillance,
Right.
which
Yeah,
is
that's
a
what
con
this
the
is.
West, which is a con the West falls for over and
Yeah.
over again.
Yep.
All they have to do is introduce a problem and be like, "This is a problem. You should be scared of it." That's why we need more surveillance on people.
And that's
Like,
why they're not really going to kick a bunch of people. They're not going to kick, 11 million people out of the country because, again, the ruling class benefits from this. They have very, very good, cheap labor. I mean, Richard Wolff talks about this more eloquently, but I mean, he said the ruling class is not going to bite the hand that feeds them. Why would they get rid of 11 million people just so that they can pay an American worker more? Because they would have to, because the Americans don't want these shitty jobs with no benefits, even though that's what we're up against. So then they say, boogie, 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 welfare queen immigrant is going to take your job, but they're going to sit on welfare and eat off the government or suck off the government. Well, which
Yeah.
is it? You can't have it both ways. And again, the ruling class, they don't. They're having these mock raids where we were gonna get gangs, but they skipped the gun on us. I went, oh, shut up. You're just doing mock raids against people who are fucking not even real.
Now we know that the next Call of Duty game is going to take place in Canada.
yeah, pretty much.
By the way, Snow, you can get rid of that. That chat.
Yeah, you're blocking out
Yeah.
little brother here.
Oh shit, that's right. I am
There we
terrible
go.
at doing that. Okay. All right. So declaring a national energy emergency declares a national energy emergency and expedites energy products as well as fuel sales.
This sounds like to me that we're going to have another crisis, and oh no, we're going to have the lockdown again. Oh no, we're going to have, or like we're going to have some kind of like outage, major outage. Remember, guys, they've been doing these mock stuff for years. The Windows thing, which only hit certain things, that your POSs went down. Again, they've been doing these mock, crises for years now. And they're waiting for the big one so that you can own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs.
There's
Just
your fault.
reading.
You know I was going to say it.
Just reading it.
Angel, get your ass on this thing now.
Yeah. Where's Crab? Where is he? Yeah.
Crab got the crabs.
No, he's got the what is it that he
Rash.
The rash.
Yeah, Angel is the correct take. I just kind of skimmed the bill. It just lets appease the oil lobby. You're going to see a lot of these too, where it's like a lot of these are just like gimmies to various corporations. Like when I keep saying this, these like MAGA is no different from the Democrats. They're really fucking not.
No.
They have donors, and almost all of their legislation and policies are going to serve the rich and the powerful and big business. You don't
It's
have
like
an option at the
Spider-Man.
voting booth.
You.
Okay. This one, culture. I can't believe we've gotten to the point where culture is a topic. Defending women from gender ideology extremism.
Trust
And
me, women
restoring
don't need to be protected.
biological truth to the federal government. Declares that U.S. policy recognizes two sexes, male and female. Directs federal agencies to use the term sex, not gender. And to ensure federal personnel records and government-issued documents such as passports accurately reflect the holder's sex. Directs agencies to ensure federal funds do not promote gender ideology. Bars federal funds from being used for gender transition healthcare in prisons, and mandates privacy and intimate spaces to ensure that single-sex spaces are designated by sex and not gender identity.
This is a double CK, man. This is just jargon of don't let men perform in. I mean, we already have that shit. We already have that shit. It's called literally let the women decide. Okay, just stay out of it. stay out of it. I don't need
Here-
people telling me what gender I need to be or that I need God in my life.
Okay. So here's kind of how I look at this. The right kind of just like cooked up this like outrage over. They always do this. They create a culture war, sort of. They start a culture war essentially.
Yeah.
Because they have nothing to offer you. They don't have anything materially to offer you. So it's like, all right, culture war. Let's fucking go. This doesn't affect like the fact that the government is focusing on this is it's beyond bizarre to me. What, like, who fucking cares? Who gives a shit?
That's what I said.
Like, who cares? This doesn't affect anybody. Like, the government should be delivering for its citizens, not being like, we have decided that culture is illegal. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Nobody should give a fuck about this. I'm sorry.
Now, are we really gonna have to read through all of this?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because
It's okay. I don't have to go to work tomorrow, y'all. So I'm here for the long haul.
And I'm reading it to you guys, so you're welcome is what I'm actually saying.
We love you, Snow.
I love me too. Designating cartels and other organizations as foreign terrorist. Sorry. As foreign
No.
terrorist organizations and specially designated global terrorists. Calls on key cabinets. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
I scrolled
shit.
up accidentally.
What the hell happened?
Calls on key cabinet secretaries to create a list of cartels and similar groups, including Tren de Aragua, also known as TDA, and La Mara Salvatrucha, also known as MS-13, to consider for designation as terrorist groups.
Oh,
So now
Okay.
it's anyone I don't like is a terrorist meme now.
basically, yeah. They're doing the same bullshit of, oh, well, you're not allowed to have free speech about being anti-Zion or being anti-Israel, basically. You're also not allowed to talk about Christians. Well, guess what, Christians? Go fuck yourselves. I will continue to be anti-Christian. And if you got a problem with that, you better pack a lunch, baby, and then you can go suck a dick.
Yeah.
There.
Okay, so so I know what this is on paper. It's like we gotta take care of the dangerous, scary cartels that are doing the drugs and the crime and bringing all this
But who
evil
put
into
those
America.
cartels in
I get it.
business? Yeah,
Exactly.
the intelligence. I mean, our CIA put those cartels in business, and they're like, well, we got to take care of those cartels. Darn those cartels. You know, more drugs come over by plane than come over the border. More meth comes over by plane than comes over the border.
They also don't care. What stands out to me is similar groups. This right here. Because what I want to know is who determines what is a similar group when we are creating a designation of terrorists? Because that's what I'm concerned about. Who decides, oh, this group is suddenly terrorist? Because with the Gaza protesters, they're already doing that rhetorically. They're already saying like terrorist sympathizers. These are domestic terrorists. These are homegrown terrorists.
Especially that that woman who runs the UN. I keep forgetting her name.
Oh shit!
At least you know who I'm talking about, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is the UN on this? They're completely silent.
Yeah.
All
Right,
right, the next.
Is that her name?
All right, the next one: ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing.
Now that one I can at least understand because I don't know about you guys because we have at least I've seen so many companies that are going through this DEI thing and we've seen so many failures.
What is DEI? I don't even know what the fuck it is.
When they focus on, well, I don't know, it might be a little hard to explain, but just when, like, for example, in video games still, when we've seen companies put, like, just, like, for example, just gay, lesbian content just for, oh, we just want to put, you know, those content in there just for the sake of it. But a lot of these times, you know, these games end up failing because they just focus on the agenda and not focus on, you know, the actual
game.
content. you know.
Okay, so what it refers to in this context is kind of like, first off, it's just for the federal government,
Okay.
as I understand it, but it's essentially so diversity, equity, and inclusion and accessibility programs, which is just fucking wild. Like,
DEI. Okay.
does that
Yeah.
include disabled people? Like,
No,
who-
it's just no, it's just like about the LGBT.
But they make everything about DEI. You know, oh, anybody I don't like is DEI. You know,
Well, yeah,
Fox
but,
News
like,
talks
for
about it
example,
like they're a terrorist organization.
like I obviously hate a lot of woke people, but I also hate a lot of anti-woke people. Like they just say, "Oh, just because there's a character
boy.
who doesn't quite fit your agenda doesn't mean it's gone woke." You know, it's like
Okay, so all TLDR.
yeah.
It's essentially just a way to promote like higher equity in the workplace. Yeah, Bad Cookies kind of summarized it perfectly. DEI just meant you couldn't be discriminated against when looking for employment.
But yet you know that's a lie because they used to discriminate, or they discriminate anyway. Oh, you're black? Guess what? We gave your position to a white person. Oh, you're an Asian? Oh, sorry, we gave your position to a black person. I mean, this isn't that's just all bullshit anyway.
But also, it's just for the federal government, and I don't really know. It also directs the government to terminate all positions related to DEI. So, like, that's a lot of people who are going to lose their jobs.
Which
So it's a
means
net
more
negative
poor
right
people.
off the bat. Not to mention, I mean, I can't say like I'm against promoting greater inclusion in the workforce because I know people who are discriminated against in the workplace.
Yeah.
But again,
well, what I mean is companies shouldn't just focus solely on DEI. You know, when they just it's just
Well,
like
no, they should worry about who is qualified for the
Exactly.
job, not the color of your skin.
That's what people are
But
talking about. They just want to focus.
that's what I mean. Like, companies are still going to do that. If there's a black guy and a white guy and they have the same qualifications and they're qualified for the job, guess who they're more than likely going to go with? They're going to go with the white guy.
Well, I agree. Like if black people or Asian people, whatever, if they're qualified, absolutely hire them. I'm just saying, don't just focus solely on it just because even if they suck at their jobs, you're just gonna hire them. Like
that's like this is a good breakdown too. DEI was meant to advance greater inclusion in the workplace. So that again, I just want to ask guys, what if instead of the government/culture, that is so clown shoes.
Oh.
I just want to ask you guys, instead of seeing this right here, what if you saw effective immediately, all Americans are going to receive health care as a human right.
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe. Effective immediately, the minimum wage will be increased. Yeah. Effective immediately, we are going to seize the means of production and become communism. No, I'm kidding.
If I saw that, I would be like, am I being punked right now?
Yeah.
The problem is just that everyone who was talking and supporting Medicare for all of a sudden they've stopped doing it. So.
Well, that's because we know RFK Jr. is not going to do dick about it. And I mean, even though he won by a slim margin, again, he totally bombed out. I mean, the correct answer was yes. Healthcare is a human right and everyone should have some. That's why you were put in that position, you dumb fuck.
The best part, though, was when R.F. Kennedy mentioned Bernie that he's part of Big Pharma, and Bernie got triggered like, no.
Barney is big. I mean, Barney. I just did what my dad did. Bernie is Big Pharma.
Barney the dinosaur?
Sometimes he acts like that purple damn dinosaur.
Like, no. Yes, you are, Bernie. You are getting money from Big Pharma.
Yeah, you literally sold out.
Yeah.
First off, that's impossible. I've gotten a dime.
Spot on, Snow. Spot on.
I've got no money from the billionaires.
Bullshit.
And the fact that you could stand there and say that I got money from the billionaires or from Big Pharma is atrocious. Anyway.
What
That
is
was
it, Bernie?
good. Yeah,
do
that
you-
was good.
what money do you
That was
get?
like seriously. That sounded like Bernie to a T.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he made that impression a few weeks ago. When we were on stream, it's the best one. So
The
Damn.
first time I did it was when I was on Hardlands Media.
Yeah,
I forgot what we were
Tim.
talking about. Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about, but I just like, I don't know. I was just like, we mentioned Bernie, and I did the impression. He's like, damn, that's good. And I'm like, I just watched a lot of Bernie. I had hope for America for a split second.
I think we all were.
Then again,
We all let
yeah.
down.
For the record, like if you were a Bernie bro, no, literally nobody should ever fault you for that. Bernie got everyone. He got all of us. He got me.
Yeah, he definitely got all of us.
He got fucking everybody. All of these Trump
so did
supporters.
Tulsi. Tulsi got a lot of people too, including me.
Yep.
I wasn't
All,
first.
listen, all these people. Jackson Hinkle, Tim Pool.
Really,
Hans.
Tim Pool? I mean,
all of these people used to be Bernie bros.
Yeah,
they're all former Bernie bros. You know who else was a former Bernie bro? Fucking Joe Rogan. Okay, these people were all on the Bernie trade. And then
who's that actress? Alyssa Milano or whatever her name is.
Alyssa Milano?
Milano, yeah. She was a Bernie supporter too. And same with Simone Sanders.
Bernie was a damn good, like that was a good con.
Yeah.
That was a really good con.
Absolutely.
Anyway, the next one is ending the weaponization of the federal government. Calls on the Attorney General and all other federal agency heads to review all civil or criminal enforcement activities as well as intelligence actions taken during the last administration to see if any actions were taken solely to punish political opponents and request recommendations for appropriate remedial actions where applicable.
Now,
again,
this sound not as bad as the others.
Well, again, this doesn't really accomplish anything for the American people, but it I'm sure they'll come up with some stuff, and it will, in my opinion, what this is intended to do is to reinforce the narrative that Trump is like the anti-establishment guy, because it's like once he starts rolling out all of this like pro-Israel, pro-billionaire, like fascistic dystopian bullshit, they're going to need like a story in the pocket to be like, here, look at how Biden and the administration were like trying to like persecute him and he was treated unfairly. Please keep believing that he's fighting the deep state or whatever. That's just off the top of my head what I think this is. But I mean, I get this does nothing for anybody. This does nothing.
All this tells me is that we're going to pretend like we're going to weaponize ourselves, but really we're going to get all the weapons. I mean, the government already has all the, UFOs and special bullshit that you see, the drones and stuff and they just admitted that, the Biden administration admitted that those drones were an operation to spy on Americans. So, or to do some kind of spying in the future on Americans. So they're not going to de-weaponize. I don't know even what the fuck that means. Weaponization, ending the weaponization of the federal government. The government has their toys. They're always going to have those toys. This is just utter bullshit to me.
So, Snow, Mastermind Hour wants you to do voice for Bernie Sanders rolling condoms.
Oh, goddamn.
Bernie Sanders woolen condoms?
That.
I don't.
That's a bad image. Ugh, get it out. Get it out.
Mastermind? Is Bernie here? I'd like you to know the best way to fight the billionaires is to buy my woolen condoms today.
Oh, god damn.
There you go. You happy Mastermind Hour?
There you go, Mastermind. Put that in a clip.
I just did that.
It'll go viral.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one we have, this is so fucking goofy. Establishing and implementing the president again with the what?
It's okay. It's okay. They're mentally unstable.
Fuck off with the S's, man. You're triggering You're triggering my neurodivergent, the soup in my neurodivergent head.
How many people are going to be asking, is that a PEI person doing this?
Yeah. Renames the United States Digital Service the U.S. Doge Service, LOL, funny meme, and creates guidelines for this new organization aimed at modernizing federal technology and software to maximize government efficiency. Okay, so you want AI to run the government. We get it. Again, what the fuck? I haven't seen one of these that actually directly affects an American one way or the other than negatively, other than losing their jobs or losing their rights or anything else. There's no like, here's how we're gonna help you out. Let's see, what's this
Dodge
one?
seems to be. I saw a lot of people talking about this. Oh, they're gonna defund this and defund that. The only thing they've done is up it. So what are they defunding? They're probably defunding. I had to talk to someone about the WHO when they pulled out of Trump pulled out of the WHO. I went, yeah, and he's going to give it to Bill Gates. Remember Bill Gates last time? You know, the whole thing with RFK Jr., Bill Gates. You guess who Trump talked to? Here's a hint. It wasn't RFK Jr.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So holding former government officials accountable for election interference and improper disclosure of sensitive governmental information.
Here we go again. Trump would. I can't believe Trump almost lost, even though it was like a fucking landslide. What the fucking hell are you talking about?
What interference?
Yeah, what interference? Whatever the interference was, it didn't fucking work.
Oh,
what up, buddy?
Oh. With no picture though.
It's a fucking party. Yeah, he's.
No, I got picture.
Angel, get your ass back out there.
Hey,
just going.
Have you played Craft Champions yet?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, let me turn you up a bit. You're a little quiet.
Yeah.
There we go. Speak real quick.
Hello.
Yep.
That's
I
good.
can hear you now.
Okay.
And Angel, you're still here. You can join too.
Angel, get your ass on the thing.
No, he's
Now.
too busy. He's too busy shitting and farting and pissing and coming.
What do you mean he's not ripping and tearing?
Oh God.
That's a Doom reference in case you didn't know stuff.
Okay, so this is like, I think completely. So this is just completely about the Hunter Biden laptop. Revoke security clearances of 51 former intelligence officials who signed a letter stating that allegations surrounding Hunter Biden's laptop may have been tied to Russia. Instructs agencies to issue a report detailing any inappropriate activity related to the letter and any additional disciplinary action.
It reminds me of when Hunter Biden is like, maybe I have no idea. I have no idea.
No, I didn't start the tier list. We're just going through the EOs, and then we're going to do the tier. Yeah, he didn't miss the tier list. We can all do that together. I'm just going through them. So yeah, again, this is just, again, like, what does this do for anybody, like anyone at all?
No.
What's this one? Initial rescissions of harmful executive orders and actions. Repeals dozens of Biden-era executive orders, including the task force armed at reuniting migrant families, orders around COVID and racial, gender, equity, and climate change, and certain protections for LGBTQ people and asylum policies. The repealed orders include dozens issued by Biden in his final weeks in office, including orders reworking department orders of succession, blocking certain oil and gas leases, and removing Cuba from the list of state sponsors of terror.
Yay! So, he just undid everything Biden did. Whoopee!
Yeah, so that kind of... First off, that's kind of a clue to how, like, meaningful these fucking executive orders are. The next dude just comes in and he just walks them all back.
Just walks it all back, and whoever, I mean, the ghost of Biden, when he wins in 2028, literally will just undo what Trump did.
Yeah, that's
Meet the new
kind of
boss, name is the old boss.
that's the big
Exactly.
problem I've always had with how I understand executive orders. It's like, okay, well, if in 4 years a guy can come in and just like, you know, control Z, then essentially you're just kind of directing like policy around like a 4-year period or an 8-year. But yeah, my opinion is like this is all red meat. This is all red meat for the MAGA base. I
don't
gotta
know
stop
how.
fucking doing that. Holy shit.
I got a headache. Oh.
Ads. Jesus Christ.
I know it's awful.
Ooh,
Okay, so this is all red meat for the base. I think the important parts are at the end. Just my opinion. Blocking certain oil and gas leases. Again, we have the second oil lobby friendly EO. And we're going to put Cuba back on the list of state sponsors of DARE. So.
Yes, because God forbid that communism or socialism would actually flourish on the earth. I mean, this is all
Cuba,
just...
The funny thing is, Cuba's already kicking America's ass in like a lot of demonstrable metrics. They have cancer vaccines. We don't have that shit. They have a higher life expectancy. They have a higher literacy rate. They got a bunch of different stuff that they're doing.
No, come on. Don't you know it's $40,000 a pop? Probably more to get radiation and chemo. I mean, who is going to think of the damn big pharma? Come on. Even though they paid zero in taxes, and I paid more than them motherfuckers will ever pay taxes.
So yeah,
Angel, I'm not going to tell you again. Get your ass on the show.
Exactly, Angel, come.
Okay, so the next one is protecting the American people against invasion. Calls on
what?
From who?
That's the funny part. I never know what they mean by invasion. Yeah, all this right-wing rhetoric of like
invasion of the body snatchers.
Really?
No, but like this is what drives me fucking. This is what really activates my almonds. Okay, what activates my almonds is all of this rhetoric. I heard a lot of it when Trump was talking about like annexing Canada, where he's like, "Well, we protect them for free." Who is coming to invade America or Canada? Who is going to literally come to America across the sea and try and take America over?
The body snatchers. That's it. That's it.
Anyway, this should be very concerning to everybody. Calls on the Attorney General and the Secretary of Homeland Security to establish Homeland Security task forces, HSTFs, in all states nationwide.
Or as Biden would say, Homeland Security. Blah, 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 blah.
Right. So, here's my opinion. I don't think this has anything to do with people invading. I think this has everything to do with moving us as a society closer towards a police state.
Yep.
Even closer than we already were. But this isn't for anybody coming in. This is for people who are already in here who may dissent to what is the technocratic fascism that is on the horizon. Again, though, this doesn't... We are... Oh, that's cool. I can make it entries per page. Okay, that's better.
Well, what's really funny is that, Trump and MAGA, they always accuse Democrats of funding the police, and then Biden Democrats they accuse Republicans for funding the police. Like,
right.
Oh my. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is just horseshit. This is literally like boogie, boogie, boogie. We're looking out for immigrants. I mean, who is going to invade us? We spend more money on the military than the next 10 nations, and they're supposed to be our allies, guys.
And the Democrats, they all vote with Trump on the military stuff. So
Oh,
it
they always
really
have. They've
had a
given him more
fucking shift.
money every single time. It was they gave him more money than he asked for.
Or as I would call them,
So let's count this. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are 12 executive orders in, and not a single one is going to affect any Canadian, any
What?
any American. Well, some of these were probably going to affect Canadians.
Yeah.
Not a single one of these affects any American
none.
in any meaningful way. All right, what's the next one? Protecting the meaning and value of American citizenship. Tells
Jesus
government
Christ.
agencies not to issue documents recognizing citizenship to people born to two parents who do not have a lawful permanent residence or citizenship in the United States. The order goes into effect 30 days after signing, but it has been temporarily blocked by a court amid a legal challenge based on the Constitution's, the 14th Amendment. Isn't that like birthright citizenship or whatever? Yeah.
It's already there. We don't need a fucking amendment or executive order to remind us about the 14th Amendment. This is just a, that's what we're doing to immigrants. Because again,
Right.
that whole bullshit, I don't believe it for a second that whole bullshit that, they're getting $10,000 on a card. That probably came from the top down. That didn't come from the bottom up. Because they
Right.
want you to hate the immigrants. They want a civil war. The ruling class wants a civil war. Don't give them one. Don't give them one.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously a non-starter because it's temporarily blocked. But again, like, I mean, this is kind of an illiterate executive order. Anyway.
Or they just make it illiterate because they can't fucking spell.
Yeah.
Or use
Protecting-
punctuation.
I'm gonna message Angel and just remind him, to jump.
Oh, I already have several times.
It's all good. It's all good. If he's up to other stuff, that's fine. Protecting the United States from foreign terrorists and other national security and public safety threats. Calls for foreign nationals to be vetted and screened to the maximum degree possible. Directs agencies to submit a report within 60 days identifying any vetting concerns that could warrant suspending entry from certain countries, and pinpointing the number of nationals admitted during the Biden administration from those countries of concern. Gives agencies 30 days to evaluate visa programs and issue recommendations. Okay.
I mean, that's just,
Foreign
like I said,
vetted and screened to the maximum.
unless you're, Hunter Biden or Trump Jr. and, then you don't have to do dick about it.
Big dick.
Exactly, Greg.
Big giant dick.
Big
In our
giant
ass.
dick.
In everybody's ass. Ugh.
No,
I'm
just
so
remember
glad everyone's sees it.
constant from WWE.
Okay, so oh my god, I want to die. Okay. Do you guys even know what this means? I don't even know what this one means.
Which one?
Calls for foreign nationals to be vetted and screened to the maximum degree possible.
How
This
many
is
of these
just-
are immigration ones?
Yeah, I think this is more like,
All of these immigration.
foreign agents will be,
The-
vetted.
Right. The majority of them are immigration
I didn't even
based. But again, I would sincerely argue that is for like, I think it's all going to angle to digital ID. I think that's where all this is headed.
Yeah.
Um,
And like I said, they got all over Hunter Biden for not, registering as a foreign agent. But Donald Trump Jr. did the same fucking thing, and no one said dick about it. So, big dick. I'm telling you.
Big dick. putting America first in international environmental agreements.
Yeah, cross
Calls
that
for
one
the
out.
calls for the U.S. ambassador to the United States to submit written notification of the United States withdrawal from the Paris Agreement, a climate accord that included targets for reductions in greenhouse gas emissions. I mean, didn't he withdraw from the Paris Agreement the first time, and then we just got back into the Paris Agreement?
Yes.
So, like, if he
And then he
loses
just did it
again,
again. Yeah.
we're just gonna get back into the Paris. Like,
It's
what
going
the
to be
fuck are
in and
we
out,
doing
in and
here?
out, in and out, in and out.
Like,
You know, it's like a guy who doesn't know the meaning of the word pull out.
Yeah.
This is
Sorry, I
this
had
is
3 men on the thing, but I mean, that's what it is.
yeah. This is just like appeasement for the sake of appeasement. Okay. Realigning the United States refugee admissions program. Suspends refugee resettlement in the U.S., directs the Homeland Security Secretary and the Secretary of State.
Basically, this one is, you
To
know,
submit-
Trump wants Egypt and Iran and them to take, you know, refugees, but sorry, we can't take any more. Oh, go fuck yourself, Trump. This is called being a hypocrite.
So
Mhm.
Angel is trying to get on, but he's having issues right now. So
Oh, damn
It's all
it.
good.
yeah, I know. I'm just, but responding to Kev, or if that's how you pronounce it, it's funny because March 26th is my birthday. It's
Right.
pretty funny.
Okay. Suspends refugee.
Birthday.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thanks.
Let's see.
Mine's April 20th.
Suspends refugee resettlement in the U.S.
Aries?
Direct.
Wait, 420?
Is that an
Yep.
Aries?
Yep.
That makes you
I'm- I'm on the cusp, actually. My dad's in Aries and my mom's a Taurus, and I'm right on the cusp of Aries and Taurus. So I
So
could
what
be
are-
both. I could be both.
Oh, that's like the last day of Aries.
It depends. If it falls on the 19th, then that's an Aries and I'm a Taurus. But if it falls on the 20th, I'm an Aries, and yeah, the Taurus would start on the
I thought
21st.
March was Aries. I thought.
Yeah, March is Aries. Yeah,
Oh, okay, then yeah.
because my husband is an Aries,
Okay, yeah.
and he
Okay,
lights my
you're a
soul on fire.
You're a Taurus.
I'm a technically. Well, like I said, it depends on where that line falls. I was born on a cusp between Aries and Taurus. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So okay. So Trump decides, and basically, I see this as like a you know, a hypocritical thing. So he wants other countries to take Gaza refugees, but well, sorry, we can't take any of those. Oh, go fuck yourself, Trump.
Mm-hmm. And then while he does that stupid dance or whatever that is.
Sorry, just wanted to address Applejack. Good to see you here, homie. We got to knock out this tier list, but if you wanted to come on next week, I would love to have you I would love to have you as a guest next week. Same time, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be super fun. Let's see. Okay. Suspends refugee resettlement in the U.S., directs the Homeland Secretary of Security and the Secretary of State to submit a report to Trump within 90 days detailing whether refugee resettlement should resume, as well as to submit subsequent reports every 3 months until Trump decides to no longer suspend refugee resettlement. Okay, so just more like immigration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreign Affairs, reevaluating and realigning United States foreign aid, declares a 90-day pause in U.S. foreign development assistance and calls for a full-scale review of all programs at the end of that 90-day window.
Oh, except for Israel.
Shouldn't have
Except for Israel.
there should
There's
be
some
no pause. It
exceptions.
should be
There should be an
completely
exception list at the end. There should be an exception list that says,
Yeah.
"Oh, except everything except for Israel." And
And
Crab,
Israel.
I called it with Michael Tracy. What Trump did was a little, except for we're going to send military aid to Ukraine, just non-military. We're just going to, X that out. Again, it's all bullshit. It's all, double CK.
It's so funny. Hold on. Yeah, man. I'll DM you after this, man. We'll set it up. Okay. So yeah, like you were saying, the fact this is so stupid. It's like,
All of them are.
first of all, no shot. I'm calling cap on this one. No shot. After he got $100 million from the Zionist lobby, after he got that much bank, no shot he's not completely in the tank for Israel.
Well, I said
No
there should be
fucking shot. Absolutely no shot. But I feel like some of these are just virtue signaling as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Reforming the federal hiring process and restoring merit to government service. Reforms the federal hiring process to prevent the hiring of individuals based on their race, sex, or religion, and prevent the hiring of individuals. Wait.
Which was the same one that we just saw above.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I mean, you could combine
How
them.
is
You could combine
how is this
them.
different from DEI? Is this a different?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's keep going.
No, they're the same.
Hiring of individuals who are unwilling to defend the Constitution or to faithfully serve the executive branch. What is that? What
So
the fuck is that?
We're hiring.
What the fuck does that mean?
What the hell are you talking about?
Could you please explain to us in English, please?
It also makes other changes to federal hiring, like decreasing the time it takes to hire employees and improving communication on the hiring process with prospective employees. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't like unwilling to defend the Constitution or save the executive branch. Like they're not doing their job.
Like they're traitors? Are we hiring traitors now?
I don't know. Restoring accountability to policy influencing positions within the federal workforce. Reinstates the Schedule F policy from the first Trump administration that converts civil servants to political appointees, allowing them to be more easily dismissed. Notes employees are not required to personally support the president, but they are required to faithfully implement administration policies to the best of their ability. Instructs the director of the Office of Personnel Management to identify within 30 days other positions that
This
could
must be the ones that are living paycheck to paycheck because, again, we all know that it's a revolving door. So whoever Secretary of State will literally be a lobbyist for, big pharma or, big tech or whatever. Again, it's a revolving door, guys.
So this one, the way I read it is like, essentially, if you have any objections to the hell that this administration is about to do, they can just toss you. But I'm no expert in this field, but
you'll get another top-notch job because, again, you'll get one with Big Pharma or with Pfizer, Pfizer, Moderna. You'll get some kind of top-notch six-figure job where you get to sit there and suck your dick all day and do practically nothing and just kill more poor people.
right.
It's a revolving door.
So this is just gonna be shittier for Americans because as I understand it, it just makes it easier for you to get fired. It's definitely nothing good. It's not like, yeah,
they don't even have to give you a reason. Just get your shit and get out.
Yeah. All right. So the next one, restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship.
Now that sounds like the first legit one, right?
Bans government censorship of Americans and calls for an investigation into whether the Biden administration pushed to censor Americans. The order implies an investigation into potential conversations with social media companies and other third parties. In 2024, the Supreme Court threw out a claim that the Biden administration unlawfully coerced social media companies to remove contentious content.
But Trump is doing that too. So later on, he's going to have an executive order that says, oh, you can't talk about Israel in bad terms or we'll kick you off of social media. So this is this bullshit.
I mean, listen, though. If he really I swear to God.
It's okay.
Bill Gates is fucking you up right now.
if he really means bans government censorship of Americans, that's not the worst one.
Yeah, I was just saying that, it was that this one actually sounds legit. It could be good, possibly, but
Yeah,
No.
but like Angel's saying here, it also kind of contradicts the
yeah. Well,
his
yeah,
his attitude surrounding anti-Semitism.
yeah, I agree.
Or,
The
like,
Israel stuff,
anti-Christian.
that part's never going to change. So.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, pack a lunch because I'm still gonna tweet. Blah, blah. I'm gonna put down Christians. I'm gonna put down Zionist Jews because you guys are literally Nazis. That's what Due Dissident said. That Trump is literally a Nazi, and if you can't say that into a camera, then you're a Nazi sympathizer too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Restoring names that honor American greatness. Reverts the name of Denali to Mount McKinley after the name was changed by then President Barack Obama in 2015, and renames the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America in federal references.
Wait, so the changing the name that Obama changed. Why didn't they do it in Trump's first term?
Because they didn't care about it till now, and it's just more with bullshit to fuck over Americans. That should be renamed. It's kind of like I told someone today, what Jesse Ventura said, that the Washington Commanders should be called the Washington Criminals, because they really should, because they are criminals.
This next one.
What the fuck is the point of this? Who cares what it's called?
Yeah.
Again,
everybody's poor. Nobody has health care. We're sleepwalking into World War III. What are we doing here, Donnie? Thank God it's Mount McKinley now. It's gonna be like, wow, this is based. Yeah. Oh my God.
Someone.
Okay. I like this.
One is ridiculous.
Restoring the death penalty.
Yeah, because we can't kill enough innocent people.
But honestly, that's not surprising because I think that's what Trump did in his first term.
So here we go. We're
the
just
death
reversing.
penalty. Defends the use of capital punishment where possible and directs the Attorney General to seek the death penalty if a law enforcement officer is murdered or if someone in the U.S. illegally commits a capital crime.
So Pam Bondi should be doing that.
Asks the Attorney General to study the 37 death row inmates whose sentences Biden commuted and make sure they are imprisoned in conditions consistent with the monstrosity of their crimes and the threats they pose, as well as check to see if these inmates are eligible to be charged with state capital offenses. Calls on the Attorney General to help keep drugs needed for lethal injections available.
So basically, where is this for Netanyahu? Because he's technically done a lot of capital crimes, fucker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what's good for the goose is good for the gander, but he's not talking about rich people. He's talking about fucking poor people.
Yeah.
Rich people will never, ever get this unless we have another Luigi, which, again, I think that he's being unfairly, criminalized. I mean, because, again, I think we should just take all the bunch of these rich people, put them up on a wall, and firing squad.
Yeah.
Who would object to that? Because they're all criminals.
I'm not going to lie, with all the other red flags, I just can't select anything. The page fucks up. Defends the use of capital punishment where possible and directs the Attorney General to seek the death penalty. Defends the use of capital punishment where possible in combination with a lot of these other red flags is actually very worrisome.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just making it easier for the government to kill you, really. That's a massive oversimplification, but
are they going to try to kill Edward Snowden?
Anyway, securing our borders. Yep, another immigration one.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Steph.
No, he won't do that. Sorry.
Okay.
I was on mute because I'm coughing every once in a while. No, he won't do that because, again, he won't pardon Snowden because literally he didn't do that in the first term. He won't pardon somebody else.
No, I didn't say pardon. I said he's going to kill Edward Snowden.
Oh, he would. Yeah, I mean, that's what Mike Pompeo tried to do in Trump's first term.
Oh, my God.
Everybody forgets that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Securing our borders calls for a physical wall and other barriers on the southern border. The detaining and prompt removal of those who violate federal or state laws, including immigration laws, ends a parole program for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. That's just ew. Okay. Ends catch and release of immigrants in the U.S. illegally. Declares migrants must be returned to the territory from which they came. What is this, animal control, dog? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much. This is what this is.
During removal proceedings and eliminates the CBP1 app. This is just disgusting. I don't have another way to.
But again, if you
motherfuckers,
if you dehumanize the immigrants, guess what? Now you can do exactly what they're doing in Gaza, what Israel's doing in Gaza. You dehumanize the immigrants and then you make them the enemy.
And then you enforce a digital ID and we're all fucked.
And we're all fucked. Yeah, that's right.
Unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential.
Again, another capital S.
I know, that's what I freaked out about there. Calling to maximize the development and production of natural resources in Alaska. This order speeds permitting and leasing for energy projects in the state, expedites the development of liquid natural gas production, and removes, here's the part, remove some regulations on the industry. So guys, in these summations and in the actual executive orders, there's a little bit, they make them like big and complicated for a reason, but there's a little bit that gives the game away. This is just to remove regulations. Although
deregulate, yep.
Although I will say
the immigrants have kind of been like a Republican talking point for like decades now. That's like been been their brand. Like now that they got rid of the abortion talk, like now that's pretty much over with because like Trump just wants to like set that to the states. I think they like as soon as they gutted that, like now they have to focus on this immigration stuff because they don't have any actual policy to run on.
But they want to demonize immigrants, and that's what's really disgusting.
Notice how like as soon as Trump won, the only conversation that started happening is no longer about Ukraine. No one talks about Ukraine anymore.
Right.
It's all about the border, about how Trump is saving the country because he's kicking out all the fucking immigrants, and it's just like it. There's no policy. There's zero policy. It just that Trump is deporting immigrants less than Biden is.
That's the funny part.
It's red meat. It's pure red meat for both sides.
Yeah, it's literally just.
Yeah,
it's all just copium. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what Sarah Palin thinks about that.
Okay, but I want to say one thing. Having a focus on Alaska during a time where there's pretty high tensions between China and also Russia is a little too Fallout coded for me. That is actually the timeline of Fallout. I covered it on stream, but yeah, it's a little weird. All right. Unleashing American energy.
That just sounds so stupid.
Yeah. Eliminates the Biden administration's emission standards that benefited electric vehicles, calls to protect people's freedoms to choose various gas-powered appliances, as well as toilets and shower heads, and requests a review of any actions that could hamper domestic energy production, among other things.
See, this is bullshit. They want us to literally... The Agenda 2030 is you will own nothing, you will be happy, and you will eat sea bugs. So literally they want us to go all electric so that poor people can't be on the road, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to outlaw gas-powered cars. That's what they want to do. So this is just, we'll pretend like you can have gas-powered things again, but you should be buying electric anyway. Well, I can't afford an electric car, you dumb fucker.
This is a little confusing because of Elon Musk. He's got Tesla, right? So...
Right. So that's why I'm saying this is just wish-washing or whitewashing. Oh, yeah, we're going to pretend that we're not going to outlaw gas-powered cars. Bullshit. Or maybe Agenda 2030, they're going to do that.
Maybe they just mean all of them except for Elon's Tesla.
That could be, too. Yeah, kill all his... that would benefit him greatly. He would make more money with Teslas because the competition would be out of, shit out of luck. Basically.
I think this is just an oil. I really do think this is just an oil.
Trump is not against electric cars. Trump is not against anything that benefits his boyfriend's Elon Musk and fucking Netanyahu.
Yeah.
Trump is against electric cars. I mean, he is on paper.
We're gonna
I don't know.
stop
It's weird with Elon Musk though, because he's a huge like electric. I don't know. But again, like in my opinion, this is just another oil lobby gimme. You know, he said drill baby drill for like 8 fucking years.
Yeah, and he's still saying it.
Yeah, like. But I digress. We're gonna keep going.
All the way to the top. There we go.
Withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization.
That was just they're going to give it to Gates and Gavi anyway.
States that the U.S. intends to withdraw from the World Health Organization and instructs the Secretary of State to inform the United Nations and WHO of the withdrawal. Instructs the Directory, Secretary and Office of Management and Budget Director to pause U.S. funds, support, and resources to the WHO, reassign personnel working with the WHO, and identify other domestic and international partners to take over WHO activities. Whitney Webb has a great summation on this.
Yes, she does.
The TLDR is basically, on paper, they withdraw from the WHO, but they're still in bed with them. But
basically,
go look up her coverage because she is far better at researching that than I am.
Yeah, I love Whitney.
But again, how many of these are we into now? Not a single one is going to even remotely address.
It's all immigration. It's all immigration.
Yeah, it's just
and they're window washing or whitewashing that. And anyway, the immigration. Oh, we're going to be tough on the border, and then the ruling class is like, yeah, but we're still going to have our bitches, right? We're still going to have our cheap labor. And they're like, yeah. Shut up. I'm not talking about that. I'm just window washing everything that I just sang. Basically, That's what it is. Because, again, the ruling class is not going to give those cheap-ass jobs, those jobs with no benefits and very little pay and long hours to Americans because they would have to pay them more. They would have to, do less hours, more benefits, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to do that. Trump's not going to kick out all 11 million people. Not going to have it.
Yeah. All right. Revocation of certain executive orders. Revokes Biden's executive orders that required federal employees to receive the coronavirus vaccine and that federal contractors provide adequate COVID-19 safeguards. Okay, well, you're doing this in 2025.
Yeah.
Not only after Big Pharma already squirreled away its record profits.
And killed a record amount of people with their stupid poisonous vaccines. Mm-hmm. But you should get yours today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, again, this just feels like red, like Greg said, this feels like red meat. It's just red meat. It's just like,
that's all these executive orders are. I'll give a little bit to my base so they can think I'm doing something when I'm actually not doing anything, but fucking them in the ass again.
I mean, like I mentioned before, I last got boosted, and I think it was October 2022, and I've been fine ever since. So, yeah,
this is all it's exactly like Himbo said. It's all red meat for the conservatives and the liberals because Trump is deporting less people. That's the basis of where all this is operating from. Trump is deporting less people than both Biden and Obama.
Yeah, if you actually cared about immigration, you would have voted for Joe Biden for real.
Yeah, like if your vote was going towards like the immigration problem, you would have voted for Joe Biden because he's deporting more.
Would eventually, carry on the thing.
Or as Joe Biden was saying, you should vote for Trump.
Yeah, so this is all fake. All of these EOs, they're all fake. Like little, it's like. Remember the EO? Do you have the EO on where he declares the U.S. the crypto and Bitcoin capital of the world? Is that on?
Maybe it's a whole list. So if they don't have it,
all these EOs are just like meaningless shit. They're just like little like.
I said window dressing. That's all they're doing. They're just window dressing and hiding behind the fact that it
means anything.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. They're just window dressing pretty much the whole shit so that their base can be like, yeah, Trump's tough on this and he should have a third term. Oh, God is forbid that would happen. But this is what the window dressing is. They're trying to dress it up so that they think that that they're trying to make their base believe that they are doing something when actually they ain't fucking doing nothing.
Yeah. So this one's fucking hilarious. Ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity. Ends diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I mean,
This
this
is
was
the
going to
third-
happen anyway.
This is the third executive order that does the same
third.
fucking thing.
And again,
And-
culture.
They should just exit it out and combine them. Combine them.
Yeah, just do one. You're good.
Yeah.
What is this? It's literally the same thing. Submit a report with recommendations on discouraging DEI programs in the private sector.
I mean,
I don't
the
even
private
know
sector was already doing this. They didn't need a fucking 3-thing executive order.
So I've never understood this for one specific reason. Unless a company is like, we are discriminating against you because of this.
But
how
they
the
can
fuck
say
is
something
anybody, How the fuck is anybody going to know one way or another?
Right.
Like, I've
and
never
that's the
understood
thing.
this. I've never understood this like one way or another in the other direction either. It's like, even if
Right.
it's like, yes, you should like DEI programs, it's like, okay, but like whoever's making the decision
But they
could just
weren't.
do
They
that.
weren't
say
doing the
something
DEI
else.
thing anyway. They were just literally. The private sector has always discriminated against somebody. So again, you have the white worker and the black worker, and they're both qualified. They both have the same qualifications, and they can do the job. Guess what? 99% of the time, they're going to go with that white worker because, again, white workers unfortunately will take whatever they can get, and the blacks are just pretty much out of it. You know, they're going to discriminate regardless of this bullshit window dressing.
Right. Designation of Ansar Allah as a foreign terrorist organization. Designates Ansar Allah, also known as the Houthis, as a foreign terrorist organization, FTO. The Houthis were designated as an FTO during the first Trump administration, but were reclassified as specially designated global terrorist SDGT during the Biden administration. The FTO designation comes with stricter restrictions and criminal penalties for financial and other ties to the group. Can't
But that doesn't
imagine where
apply
this
to
one.
rich people. So
Can't imagine
again,
where this one came from at all. Big mystery.
again, this is just bullshit. More window dressing. Oh yeah, let's pretend like these people are terrorists. That way, the rich can still do business with them in case any poor people want to do fucking business with them. Again, this is just all window dressing.
Right. I'm actually kind of stoked for this one. I'm skeptical, obviously, but that's because I'm skeptical of everything from the American government. I don't know why it's culture.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Culture.
Again, how else do you divide?
Declassification of records concerning the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Calls
Here's
for the
problem
release.
with this.
Hold on. Calls for the release of all records related to assassinations of former President John F. Kennedy, former Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr., instructing officials to review the records and present plans for their release. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of pumped.
Only now they decide to do that?
Yeah, but no, they're going to give stuff they already gave. You know, the stuff, they're going to keep more redacted stuff than they're going to release. It's just like the whole Trump, Elon and I are going to release the Epstein files. No bullshit you are, because your fucking name's all over it. You've been partying with Epstein for 17 fucking years. And I had someone say, no, there's no evidence of that. I went, oh, fuck you. Yes, there is.
There's photos of him with Jeffrey Epstein.
Of course. And Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
They're not going to release anything that we already don't know about.
Tim Pool interviewed Trump. When Tim Pool was asking him about Assange, Trump said sure, and then I think it was asking about Snowden.
He ain't gonna. Yeah,
sure.
that's the other person that he needs to.
Epstein, he said, "I'll have to think about that one." You know, like that's a no. That's a no.
I knew he wasn't going to pardon Assange, and here's why. Because again, Mike Pompeo tried to kill Assange, and Trump's
Right.
going to do exactly what the establishment tells him. This just tells me that they are window dressing that bullshit because he said it on the campaign, and now they have to come up with some kind of bullshit. Oh, well, we'll pretend that we're going to release more files. Not bullshit. They ain't going to do that.
Obama and Biden had campaign promises and they broke them. So I mean,
Exactly.
He did free Ross, which was something that I wasn't expecting him to do.
That's
Mhm.
fine.
And then
Yeah,
Biden. What I don't know if you guys remember this, but on Biden's last day, on his day out the door, he freed Leonard Pelter.
Yeah.
Why? Why did he do that?
They want
Sometimes you got to give
other.
them. Sometimes you got to give them a gimme.
Yeah.
You just got to give like a.
One up each other.
You can't be. Here's the thing that a lot of people I've found kind of struggle with. You can't be a wholly ineffective evil government, no matter how much you suck. You got to do some good shit because you need to give your propagandists. So in Biden's case, like CNN, Harry Sisson, Big News, all those guys.
Oh boy!
Yeah, this is like my dick is bigger than your dick. This is all this was. Really, it's just to one up each other.
You gotta give them like. You got to give them material to work with. You like because we all remember. You guys all remember this from the Biden era. You'd have those DNC shills. You had those Democratic shills. They would gish gallop you with all his like achievements and shit. And a lot of them didn't really amount to anything. But when you just kind of like stack them on those weird lists of like Biden's achievements and just like fired them off, it was effective because you're essentially presenting far too much for anyone to argue against. Your average person is just going to be like, fuck this. I'm going to be here for like 4 hours, like arguing with this guy over all these different things. And then it looks like a W optically. So you got to do some good stuff. And I'm going to be honest, when it comes to like releasing the records for these assassinations, I'm excited for it, not just on paper, because I think, the American people and the world deserve to know these questions.
Yeah, we deserve it.
But also, if they're running with this, this narrative that Trump is against the deep state and fighting the man and anti-establishment, then it doesn't matter if it gets out that, say, the CIA killed all these people.
But these records are going to come back all redacted. It's going to be all.
They will.
That's what I'm saying. They're already released as much as they're going to. That's what I'm saying. If Trump really wanted to release all these files, they would have done so.
Yeah. But I got to respond to Applejack. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but Biden did break the campaign promise of $2,000 check.
Yeah, I think he was being sarcastic.
That was
sarcasm.
Okay.
That was absolutely sarcasm.
Applejack's on our side. No, I agree with you.
Where's my money, Joe?
Really?
Where's my money, Joe?
Yeah.
I agree with you, Snow. I think it would be very beneficial to find out finally after all these years that the CIA and the FBI were in charge of killing these people, and they can do it to anybody like that. I'm telling you, if Trump does one little thing wrong, oops, I gave people health care. JFK'd right away.
It reminds me of that funny meme when Trump, it's like people would say Trump would tell Joe Biden, "You want to give people health care," and Biden would be like, "No, I don't."
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I could use the money right now. Yeah, we know, Angel. I'm sending you money. Shut up. When I get rich. Okay.
I assure you that we are never going to give the American people health care in this country.
Oh, no.
Also, just to speak to Big Mac Crab here. Big dick.
Big dick energy.
All right. This one's just fucking scary. Removing barriers to American leadership and artificial intelligence.
Yep, we're all gonna be on visual IDs, baby.
Barriers?
Digital IDs and
Is it Hillary
CBDCs.
Clinton now?
Here they come.
Instructs administration officials to develop an action plan within 6 months, laying out how to keep the U.S. dominant in artificial intelligence. Instructs officials to suspend activities relating to Biden's executive order on artificial intelligence, which Trump revoked.
Oh, whoopee.
That's great
So we're
stuff.
just going to get digital IDs and CBDCs faster.
Wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
Strengthening American leadership in digital financial technology.
Yes.
State's
That's what I always
policy
wanted.
is to support the growth. Greg, you were talking about this. Support the growth and use of digital currency and blockchain technology.
Yeah.
Establishes a digital asset markets working group to evaluate regulations and recommend changes to those regulations, and to evaluate the possible creation of a national digital asset stockpile.
Mm-hmm.
What does that sound like?
It sounds like they're stockpiling Bitcoin like they have been. The government's been buying very large stocks of Bitcoin, basically.
A national digital asset stockpile.
And that's what they're going to make the CBDC out of.
Again,
you got to remember that they had gold as a, stockpile of gold to compensate for the dollar, the US dollar. So, I mean, the digital bullshit ain't going to be any different. It'll be like their version of gold stockpiled, even though they didn't have enough gold to supply the US dollar. They had gold reserves, right?
All right, let's blast through the rest of these. I do want to get to the tier list and not keep anybody too late. President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology creates a Presidential Council on Advisors on Science and Technology, led by the President's Assistant for Science and Technology and also the Special Advisor for AI and Crypto. We're so fucked.
It's all like I made a tweet today. So like Elon wants to put the U.S. Treasury on blockchain, but like this digital currency, like CBDC stuff, like means no. We talked about this before. This is all things that are like kind of coming down the pipeline, but like it's like what you said. This is when that EO is just window dressing. That means nothing.
Mm-hmm. And Golden Monarch, who's in the chat,
capital of the world. It's just a masturbation technique for Silicon Valley.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but Golden Monarch talks about this, and he talks about it more eloquently.
For Sam Altman and like the Bitcoin. That's all.
I don't know if you guys seen it, but you should watch the Ackman's video recently about Elon Musk, about his scandal of creating like a fake account for Diablo 4, I believe. Or no, Path of Exile too.
Elon's maps. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, I saw it all. I saw
Golden Monarch.
I saw the Elon controversy. I saw the Pirate Software controversy. I'm a gamer. I'm on the pulse of all these. Yeah. Okay. So I don't need to clarify more than that. That just fuck.
Yeah.
Council to assess the Federal Emergency Management Agency establishes the Federal Emergency Management Agency Review Council, led by the Defense and Homeland Secretary Securities, to recommend changes to the FEMA camps. The council must produce a report within 6 months detailing FEMA's disaster response during the Biden administration and evaluate whether FEMA can serve as a supportive agency to states rather than lead agency on disaster response.
I mean, I guess it's not as bad as the other ones. I mean, we all remember what FEMA did. So
repurposing FEMA is interesting.
They're not going to give poor people money. That's why they had those storms over South Carolina anyway. They had no intention of helping those people. In fact, the hardest hit had more lithium under the ground. Mm-hmm. I do think that there's probably a way the government is literally making the weather. It's fucking over poor people as much as they can. Again, they wouldn't let people go and get the survivors. So that should tell you right there that they had no plans in helping those people. They didn't help people in Lahaina and Maui. They're not helping people in East Palestine, Ohio. Mm-hmm. FEMA is fucking useless. Mm-hmm. I have better faith in fucking Jesus Christ and Santa Claus. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right, so that's a little better than the other ones, but let's be tentative on this because
documentary on FEMA camp. Back when Alex Jones was good, he had a good like theory on him. There's a couple like documents.
That's what's still in my mind though. Those documentaries on FEMA camps, and I'm like, wait, so we're restructuring FEMA? I don't know. This is a wait and see, in my opinion.
That's like the cue for 15-minute city. Just watch. I mean, if you want to get really schizo, that's like the take to go for. Like it's like FEMA camps, natural disasters are like created.
And 15-minute cities, yeah.
15-minute cities, yeah, like purposely destroying like entire communities in order to install 15 minutes.
So that to install that. Yep.
What Gavin Newsom said he's going to do to Palisades. That's going to be a 15-minute city. That's gone. All that is gone. So they're going to do that, and BlackRock's going to come in.
Mm-hmm. Just like they did in Lahaina.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Emergency measures to provide water resources in California and improve disaster response in certain areas. Seeks to provide more water to California to combat wildfires by circumventing federal and state laws dealing with California's water system. Instructs cabinet heads to identify wildfire authorities and override existing activities limiting water deliveries.
Are they really going to do this though?
Again,
for golf clubs, yes.
Again, like a presidency can't do nothing because then it becomes indefensible. They need at least some shit to happen. Something. Nobody, like, people aren't going to put up with 4 years of just like L. Like Joe Biden did some objectively.
Biden did. No, but Biden was L after L after. That's why his presidency was so bad. Yeah. There was nothing good. Like all the good stuff, it was like out the door, on his way out the door.
And all the shitlets like Kyle Kowinski when he kept praising Biden for the
Afghan. Yeah, they kept jacking off and coming really hard when, Joe Biden got free school lunches.
No. Well, no, you're thinking of Tim Walz. That's
that's
but what I was saying was he kept praising Biden for the Afghanistan withdrawal, but what he never mentions is that went straight to the Ukraine funding or whatever.
Right. So they stopped one and started another one. And they're going to do the same thing if they pull out of Ukraine. Yeah. Sorry for the pun. But if they pull out of Ukraine, they're going to go to either China or Iran. Because, again, the first time Trump killed Soleimani, which was the third-ranked general in Iran. So he was trying to get a war with Iran.
His name. He said Soleimani.
Soleimani?
No, Soleimani. He said Soleimani.
Oh.
All right. Enforcing the Hyde Amendment revokes 2 of Biden's executive orders on abortion access, which sought to ensure safety at clinics and pharmacies, established an interagency task force on reproductive health care access, assisted states with legal protections for out-of-state patients, explored access to services through Medicaid, and called for improvements on research and data collection on reproductive health access. So just like
women.
Yeah, just like fuck abortion. Basically.
This is like literally just a middle finger to women. Hey, fuck you and fuck women. And you should just give birth because, we hate you. Well, fuck you. It's my fucking body, motherfuckers. Grow a vagina, then you can tell me what I can do with mine. Until then, shut your fucking mouth. It's my fucking body.
The funniest thing about American political parties is like nobody can figure out the my body, my choice thing. Right?
Oh my god!
Because the Biden administration, it's my body, my choice, unless it's something
unless it's the vaccine.
Unless it's something they want you to put in your body.
Right.
And then for Trump, like those people were my body, my choice the whole time during COVID. But then when it comes to abortion, it's like, oh no. And feds like Nick Fuentes were like, your body, my choice forever.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like nobody,
because I can rape you and impregnate you, and you have no say. Fuck you.
Like nobody can figure out a consistent stance on this.
But he's okay with what he did with Destiny. With what?
Yeah.
Ew.
Destiny thing.
All right. Moving on. Prioritizing military excellence and readiness. Bars transgender people from serving in the military by
here we go.
rescinding
do it again.
Why did they call it defense? Why did they call it defense? This is culture. Get your shit straight.
It is culture. You're right.
They should call it culture defense.
Well, what does it matter if you see a guy dressed in drag coming at you with a gun? It's the same fucking thing.
Oh no, transgender people can't go die for Israel. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Or you?
Why would you want to? Why would
Prohibits.
you want to?
Look, what this is, Greg. This is like primo red meat. Prohibits the use of pronouns in the Defense Department.
Fucking pronouns.
like, this is just culture slaw. This is just culture slaw. It's more culture slaw. It
doesn't mean.
It's like here you go.
It doesn't.
Here you go. You won against the queers. You beat them. Eggs are $5,000 for two of them, but you beat the queers.
He's so based,
so
man.
Fucking stupid. He's so based. He went after those trans people that I've never met before.
Daddy Trump's done it yet again.
Defense, reinstating service members' discharge under the military's COVID-19 vaccination mandate. In 2025, we're doing this, lads. Allows for service members who are discharged from the military for refusing to receive the coronavirus vaccine to be reinstated and revert to their previous rank and receive full back pay. Full back pay is pretty base. Benefits, bonus payments, or compensation. Also allows those who left the military voluntarily rather than getting vaccinated to be reinstated with no impact on their service status, rank, or pay. Two thoughts.
See, this is good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Two thoughts. Number one, they're having issues with recruitment right now in the military. So that's obviously going to be a factor. But secondly, I feel like given the recent developments, they can't really afford to have less people in the military. But here's what's problematic about this, to me at least. Anyone who did leave back when the mandates first came into place, well, how long is it now? Like years? These people clearly, well, most likely found other employment, private sector employment, another job somewhere. Like, I don't know, like, are they just sitting around waiting to get their military job back? This is one of those, like, reminds me of the Harris campaign promises where, like, it looks good, but when you think a little harder about it, it doesn't really affect anybody. I don't know who this is for.
This is for them to get a win, so get a W. So all those people that felt disenfranchised because they had mandates and literally were like, well, I can't serve my country. Why would you want to die for fucking Israel? Like you said,
it's just like what Angel said. Who would want to come back to the military?
Yeah, who would want to fucking die for Israel and for low pay? Because the only people they cut the military's compensation.
Well,
but they pay the generals.
Malcolm Nance, or that MSNBC guy who wanted to die for Ukraine, or what is that his name?
Yeah, then go die for Ukraine, you dumb motherfucker, because you've been brainwashed.
Oh my God. Okay, defense, restoring America's fighting force, instructs the Defense and Homeland Security Secretaries to abolish all.
Here we go again.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion officer.
That's another one. What is that?
Four?
It's four.
We're at 4. The order
so I
also
guess you can't have blacks and Asians in the military anymore.
I have a feeling that's kind of like what this is all angling towards. But again, it's just slop. It's just like, we won against the evil DEI. It's like, great.
They see DEI everywhere they go. It's like, get over it. DEI is not under your bed.
All you're getting for the next 4 years. It's all anti-woke DEI bullshit. That's all it's gonna be. That's all this is.
The Iron Dome for America.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
America. Thought about that one.
America CIA.
The Iron Dome works so well for Israel.
No, it's America CIA. That's what it is.
America CIA. They got it right unintentionally. Calls for an Iron Dome for America, although the order calls for a creation of a missile defense system that differs from Israel's Iron Dome, which is a short-range missile defense system.
Oh.
This order gives the defense secretary 60 days to submit a plan for a next-generation missile defense shield, calling for the shield to include capabilities in space to detect, track, and intercept missiles and stop a missile before this is launched.
Oh my god.
Super normal, not scary at all.
Yeah.
That America is thinking they might need this.
Yeah, because it worked out so well for Israel. In fact, it didn't. The Iron Dome was a piece of shit, and it never worked.
And then AOC was crying when she had
Oh no, it didn't work.
Oh, here we go, guys. We got
Oh.
culture.
Oh jeez.
Protecting children from chemical and surgical mutilation.
What the fuck?
Trust me, they don't give a fuck about my kid.
States that federal funds should not be used for gender-affirming medical care for minors. Instructs federal agencies to ensure hospitals and medical schools receiving federal research and education grants end such gender-affirming care. Directs agencies to rescind or amend policies that rely on guidance from the World Professional Association for Transgender Health. Bans federal employee health insurance plans from covering gender-affirming care for minors, including surgeries and hormone treatments.
What people that have healthcare insurance? Who?
Okay. Regardless of anyone's position on, this cultural topic, this is just going to fuck over more, like, Americans. It just means they have one more expensive thing. So.
Oh, yeah.
Who's
You
talking?
tell him. You tell him. That's right. He agrees that this is all bullshit window dressing.
Thoroughly.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. The man speaks. This is just window dressing. This is literally the thing is, you have to realize, guys, the government doesn't give a fuck about your kids. All they want to do is kill them because they want to kill you. They want to kill 98% of us, guys.
Right.
They're gonna talk.
Okay, so just a quick clarification. Kids shouldn't be getting trans surgeries anyways. Angel, I agree with you.
I agree with you too.
Yeah.
Caveat though, I agree with you, but I do not agree with the government telling you how you should raise your fucking kids.
That's right, because they don't give a fuck about your kid.
That's what I do not agree with.
Right.
If you determine that is the best way to raise your child, I do not want the government telling you you are wrong for doing that. That is very important to me. Because the second we have the government telling us how to raise our kids is the second we have the government essentially molding humans into whatever the fuck they want them to be. That is a slippery slope I never want to go down.
Right. I agree with you fully because I think I'm the only one here who has a kid. Greg, do you have a child?
No, I'm 28.
That's not an excuse. Okay, so I'm the only one with a kid here in, real time. So literally, I can tell you the government doesn't give a fuck about my kid. All they want to do is control him, make him hate me because I don't think a certain way, I don't do a certain way. I don't worship the same way they think I should worship. They just want my kid to hate me, and then they're going to kill my kid and me anyway. Because again, the depopulation of Agenda 2030 is all the poor kids shouldn't be going to school because fuck poor kids. They should just be dead or sex slaves to the rich. And literally, they don't care about your kid, guys. They don't care about your kids. They only care about control.
They want us all to be, how did she say it? Mentally R-word and become goblins and eat bugs.
Right, that's Whitney Webb. We're just little goblins that walk around and we're brainless and we don't, think. But then there's the rest of us who are going to be in jail because we do think about this shit and we're not going to do it.
Right. Okay, so here we go, guys. Culture.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Additional measures to combat anti-Semitism.
I said this was coming.
Directs the government to use all available and appropriate legal tools to push back against anti-Semitic harassment and violence. Calls for a report from every agency within 60 days on all authorities that can be used to fight anti-Semitism and orders a list of claims of anti-Semitism at schools since October 7th, 2023. What happened then? Hamas attack in Israel. Asks the state Homeland Security and Education departments to help issue recommendations for familiarizing institutions with the rules that foreign students who expect. This is the important part. Foreign students who express support for terrorist activity can be deported.
Right. So if you're a Jewish person in college and you support Palestine, you can be kicked out and sent back to Israel for all I know.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's literally saying if you're not okay with the ethnic cleansing of this entire group of people, we're going to punish you.
Am I the only Jew in this stream?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I pray to Odin.
Get out. No, you don't.
No, listen, I'm agnostic. Part of me thinks this is all simulation. Part of me thinks, I don't know.
I'm going to say Odin is my friend. I have a little statue over here.
Oh, hold on. I can play this game too.
Okay. Fine. Play that. Oh, come on. Just because I can't afford a tattoo right now, you're going to try to outdo me.
It's okay. I actually did it myself. I used.
I'm the only witch here.
Really?
I used
Okay,
clay.
anyway.
Yeah, I used clay and mud.
Anyway, the only Jewish person here
I want
is
to get
yes.
more. I want to get more though.
Yeah. For those who can't see Greg's tattoo, it's a tattoo of the logo for the Insane Clown Posse.
Wait, is it really?
Yes, it is.
It's upside down.
you don't know your own tattoos?
You just said,
Okay.
give me something.
No, it's like a Croatian Bosnian thing.
Okay. Look,
Okay.
I'm poor, y'all. I want a tattoo, but I'm too damn poor.
It's like
Okay.
It's like $80 for that.
Government celebrating America's 250th
Jesus Christ.
birthday. Ahead of July 4th, 2026, the order creates a White House task force on celebrating America's 250th birthday, housed in the Department of Defense.
So if you aren't Star Spangled Banner happy, guess what? You're gonna go to fucking jail. Oh, fuck you!
Performing the national anthem isn't good enough now?
No, now you have to literally wear your pride. You have to stand, even if you're at home. Oh,
All right.
fuck you.
I'll be back in just a minute.
All right.
Yeah, sure. So, education, ending radical indoctrination in K-12 schooling.
Oh, they're not going to do that.
Instructs cabinet heads to develop a strategy within 90 days to eliminate federal funds from being used for discriminatory treatment and indoctrination in K-12 schools, including based on gender ideology and discriminatory equity ideology. Reestablishes the 1776 commission within the education department. Focus on patriotic education.
Yeah, let's remember that slaves, they just had great jobs.
So
Dumb
this
fucks.
is
That sounds like a Tom Perez quote. Great jobs, great jobs.
here's the thing. This is a contradiction, but a lot of people don't realize it's a contradiction. They talk about indoctrination and eliminating indoctrination, but at the end, they're saying they're focused on patriotic education.
Which means God and country.
It means indoctrination.
Yeah, it means literally that the Christians want to indoctrinate your kids to love Jesus and their country and hate all communists and socialists. Go fuck yourselves. Don't tell me what my husband,
Speaking of Jesus,
my kids should have.
Speaking of Jesus, there's going to be a Passion of the Christ sequel coming soon. Or there's
Oh,
already
yay. I'll make sure I don't watch it like the first
There's
one.
already a trailer of it.
But as you were saying, Snow, this is literally the government is telling you and your children what they should believe. They should believe this. They should have God and country. They should believe in Jesus and believe in God. And my child is not Christian. And I'm not going to teach. I will teach him about God and Jesus on our own terms. But I have a right to teach my son about Wicca and witchcraft.
Right.
And if you think that's wrong, go fuck yourself. It's my kid. I am not harming my kid by doing any of that. Really, who's harming their kids is believing in a fairy tale bullshit God that doesn't fucking do anything. It doesn't help poor people and doesn't fucking care about the sick.
Gotcha. Okay. Education. expanding educational freedom and opportunity for families.
The fuck does that mean?
Education program to prioritize school choice programs through its discretionary grants, in addition to issuing guidance to states about federal allocations to districts and schools.
Translation: rich kids only should be the ones getting the education. It's true.
Through its discretionary grants, in addition to issuing guidance about federal allocations. So they basically they can kind of control like the funding for the education.
Which mean private schools and rich schools will get all the money, and fucking public schools will literally be run out because again, they don't want poor kids to be educated. What did George Carlin say? George Carlin said they make bad workers. People who are intelligent and know what they're doing make bad workers. They want slaves. They do not want people who are intelligent.
Oh my god, this is good. Unleashing prosperity through deregulation.
What is it with the
that'll
word
work.
unleash? I mean, what? Why are you putting unleash there?
Deregulation. That's the translation.
Calls for the elimination of 10 federal regulations for each new regulation that is proposed or issues. Great. Also calls for federal agencies to keep the cost of new regulations at or below zero for the 2025 fiscal year.
That's just so they can, the companies cannot pay taxes. On to the next one about tariffs. Because again, guess who's going to pay for those tariffs?
Oh boy.
Imposing duties to address the flow. This is funny. Imposing duties to address the flow of illicit drugs across our northern border. I just like people to know. I would like you to know, you can all look this up right now. The amount of fentanyl that comes from Canada is 0.2%. So, when the official narrative about something makes sense, you have to ask yourself, what is this actually about? And right after this whole tariff shit, all of our politicians up here in Canada were talking about all that increased surveillance, which is what I think this whole tariff thing is about. So this is the 25% tariff thing in Canada. Of course, there's a lower tariff on energy because, like, they love our fucking oil. And then on the
sorry, I just want
on
to
the other.
I just want to say, Chuck Schumer had a tweet that he got ratioed. It's talking about enjoy the Super Bowl, guys. Trump's gonna, use the tariffs or whatever he said. He got ratioed really bad for that.
How can he backpedal on stuff that he signed these? I mean, can you unsign an executive order?
Yeah. Okay. We got one for. This is funny. I guess they fucked up.
They had two for almost the same thing.
Imposing duties to address the synthetic opioid supply chain in the People's Republic of China places tariffs of 25% on goods imported from Mexico.
It's so dumb.
Citing immigration and drug trafficking as the reasons for tariffs, this order was counteracted by a later order pausing the tariffs. This is the one on China, 10% tariff on goods imported from China, citing fentanyl trafficking as a reason for these tariffs.
But they were just
whatever. Hold on. Whatever tariffs actually go through, because we're making this tier list based solely on how it affects Americans. Whatever these tariffs go through, it is going to be a net negative for American consumers. Period. There's no way around this. There's no way it's going to be fixed. There's no way you can there's no way you can frame this in another light than this just being like an additional squeeze on the working class and a transfer of wealth to the upper class.
Yeah, this is the CARES Act on steroids, where they literally gave the upper transfer of wealth the largest in human history. Jimmy Dore was right about that. But how did they do that? They can't have another CARES Act because they don't have another pandemic or plandemic.
For that.
Yeah.
All right. A plan for establishing a United States sovereign wealth fund calls for a plan to create an American sovereign wealth fund that aims to promote fiscal sustainability, lessen the burden of taxes on American families and small businesses, establish economic security for future generations, and promote United States economic and strategic leadership internationally.
Bullshit. This is only going to affect the rich. Only the rich are going to get this. The poor will get nothing. You will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs.
Is anyone more familiar on the sovereign wealth fund thing? I'm not. Admittedly, I haven't done a deep dive on this.
No.
I mean, basically, all you have to know is that they're going to pretend it's for small businesses. Look, guys, they don't care about small businesses. They want to take their competition, which is small businesses, out of business. Again, the pandemic proved this, as the CARES Act was the largest transfer of wealth in human history. Like I said, Jimmy Dore was right about this. This literally just says rich people get all the money and we'll pretend like it's for families of America and small businesses. Bullshit. They hate small business. That's why they have big business.
Okay. Trump suggested that the fund could be used to buy TikTok.
Exactly.
Okay.
And who was supposed to buy it? I forgot who was supposed to buy it now, but they were supposed to buy it and then, do what they want with it, like Elon did with X. There's still censorship.
It wasn't reported that maybe Musk wanted to buy TikTok. Wasn't it him?
Yeah, I think it was, but I thought it was someone else though. I'm not Bill Gates, but like someone similar.
It sounds like more money laundry. It likely is.
That's what it is.
But we'll take it on. Listen. We'll take it on paper. At least it does something, because the majority of these are just fucking flop. They just don't do anything. They're just like, ugh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, this is literally just, like I said, they don't care about small business. They don't want small businesses to thrive. That's what the pandemic was all about. They would shut down small businesses so big business could take over. A lot of what did they say? Like a majority of small businesses were black businesses that they literally will never reopen because people literally lost their shirts.
Yeah, unfortunately, my old job, it was shut down for COVID, so that was
Okay, so this is funny. Progress on the situation at our southern border. Pauses.
We just talked about that.
No, but this is an update. Pauses tariffs on Mexico until March 4th. I'd like to remind everybody that everything that Mexico negotiated and caved on, they were doing it already. So they literally just told Trump, we're doing this already. So whatever. So you could think of it as like, oh my God, Trump's so stupid. Mexico totally pwned him. Or you can think a little deeper and go, what was this really about then? And I think it's about digital ID. I think it's about increased surveillance.
And CBDCs, yeah.
Progress on the northern border. Pauses tariffs on Canada until March 4th. We already covered that. Our politicians are very vocal about increasing surveillance around the border. But if we're using scanning technology, like in the border, I think we can all connect. Everybody here is smart enough to connect the dots on the angle here. Foreign affairs. I love this. It's undefined.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, NBC. That's so helpful.
Maybe it really is undefined. What is this? Withdrawing the... Oh, fuck you. Okay. That's gross. Declares that the U.S. will not participate in the United Nations Human Rights Council and instructs the Secretary of State to terminate the office of the U.S. representative to the UNHRC and other related positions. Bars agencies from using any funds for a contribution, grant, or other payment to the UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East.
Rubio.
Dun, dun, dun. AIPAC much?
Directs the Secretary of State to review U.S. involvement in other intergovernmental organizations, conventions, or treaties and determine potential reforms. Last one, culture. Bars federal funds from educational programs that allow transgender women and girls to participate in female sports. This is a fake country. It isn't real.
Completely fake. None of it's real.
This is
built on lies. It's all built on
Banana
fake.
Republic. That's what we are. A banana republic.
I have never seen
a real banana republic. It's like a fake banana republic.
True.
There's a joke Like the outside is a banana republic, and on the inside it's like fascism, like straight up fascism.
I've never seen so much weightless fluff in my life. This is just like, okay.
He freed
Both
Ross.
US,
That's the only good thing he did.
it's just like, yay, we won. Trans people can't participate in like certain
Because
sports.
obviously Ross was not an establishment shill, or no use
Also,
of,
like
of
that's
no
also
use.
like kind of like, you know,
He was of no use to the
there's
establishment anymore.
there's a bit of like back and forth debate on that, but like whether he actually deserved like prison time or not. Which, like, you know, I'm not going to support the state in any way whatsoever. So like, you know, fuck him. But like, he did do some pretty bad things. It's not like he's like an innocent person completely, but yeah.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't really know his story.
I don't.
All I'm saying is,
Regardless, I don't support the state jailing him.
yeah. I mean, obviously,
And
he's no use to the
he's
establishment.
just not, you know, the character that he's like typically painted out to be. You know.
Honestly,
Right.
if they wanted him dead, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
He'd be like Seth Ridge.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay,
those are the executive orders.
and they were all
So
shit.
now we're gonna make a tier list out of this dumpster fire. I'm not gonna lie, it's way worse than I thought, and I had no expectations.
That bar was really low, wasn't it, Snow?
Fuck me. Like that was
No, that's your wife's job. I'm
That
just your
was-
work wife.
that was a pile of dad shit.
I know, right? Dad shit.
That sounds like what angry video game nerd would say.
He's the angry video game nerd. All right, we're on the tier list now. Let's go.
He's gonna take you back to the past.
To play the shitty games that suck.
Skunk at what's that one line? The skunk, the drink beer out of a skunk's asshole.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
Dude, it's been so long. What
You'd
is that?
rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He was really colorful with language.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Okay,
Dude, that was a beautiful era of the internet that I missed.
Mm-hmm.
dude, he's still making videos, eh? He's still doing stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
it's also really
It's not the
good.
same.
All right.
That movie was really bad.
All right.
Okay, so first we've got directs the Secretary of State to bring the State Department in line with an America First foreign policy.
So is S tier like the most shitty and D's the least shitty, or how does it work?
No, it's usually backwards.
So D
I
is the
think we're-
shittiest.
I think we're ranking them just based on like how much, like, what is the net positive for like American people?
Nothing in this case.
Yeah, I would agree. What do
So
you
a D.
think, Greg?
A lot of
I
these are
think
going to
I'd
be
go-
C's and D's.
Yeah, they will be. Okay, next we have instructs the Attorney General to not enforce a ban on TikTok. I don't want to rate this as D just because like I think like not banning TikTok is kind of objectively good.
Yeah.
I know they've like kind of like
It's only for 90 days.
Mhm.
It's a delay for 90 days. So, I mean,
Yeah, until someone can buy it and take control of it, and they can just censor anybody they want to.
I
Yeah.
think that can go at a B. We don't
Yeah.
know what's happening to that yet. That's kind of like up in the air still.
Okay, up in the air.
All right, states that it's American policy to have the armed forces protect U.S. borders and yeah, so it requires the defense secretary to within 10 days deliver a plan on sealing the border and repelling forms of invasion, including unlawful mass migration.
Invasion. There we go again.
Fake.
It's
Immigration.
completely fucked.
We should just have an immigration tier.
Or like a fake tier. Like just
Fake tier.
a
Yeah.
slop tier.
Yeah.
Is it
Actually,
a super?
can I do that?
I don't see why you
There should
couldn't.
be a
Right. Try clicking the gear icon. See if it lets you add something. Yeah, add a row below.
Below.
Slop.
Okay. Perfect. We're gonna have a slop. It's gonna, bro. It's gonna be. It's gonna be all
fake slop.
slop. It's gonna be all slop.
Name it fake slop.
Angry face. Okay, so this is going to slop. This is just slop. I'm sorry. Okay. Declares a national energy emergency and expedites energy projects as well as fuel sales. So yes, it's just a gimme to big oil, but I don't know, might create jobs.
Temporarily, and probably not a lot.
Maybe a C.
Yeah, I'd say it's
Throw
probably
something in there. I think
all right.
you got to fill it up. You got to make it look colorful and nice.
It's the shittiest of shit.
Something's got to go in C. We got to put something in C. Just fucking throw it in C. Whatever.
Yeah, okay. Declares that the U.S. policy recognizes two sexes, male and female.
Such a slop.
It's slop. That's slop.
Yeah, that's total slop. We won. We beat the transes.
We beat the trannies.
The anti-woke is won.
One anti-woke is here.
We defeated the woke by being more woke in a weird
We beat the woke.
reactionary direction.
And we tell people what kind of gender they can be. Oh, go fuck
We defeat the woke. Now we can go back to sleep.
back to brunch.
And Daddy Trump will take care of everything. Ugh.
All right, this is the one where they create a list of cartels and other similar groups. So it's the one where it's like we can essentially designate who we want as terrorist organizations.
And that could be anybody.
I wouldn't say
Anybody
this is
who's-
flop. I would say this is just bad. What do you guys?
So D. I would say D.
D.
D. I'm calling it D.
All right. Next we have. Oh, this is good. Government/culture. Ends all diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility programs.
Are you trying to sound like Alex Jones or something?
Yeah.
No, I would never sound like Alex. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Well, okay, so these programs didn't really do anything anyway. Like they help. They didn't.
That's what I'm
help.
saying. Like D.
They were kind of like. I'm not gonna.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't do.
I'm not
This
gonna.
is not how you solve the problem of inequity. This is the problem with capitalism. Is that you can't solve inequity with these like little like DEI diversity measures. This is not how you solve inequity. This is the liberal.
Because they didn't do it anyway.
Yeah, this is the liberal solution to capitalism: is DEI and diversity and stuff like that.
Well, no, because the inequity is baked in. It's baked into the system.
That's big. Yeah, that's baked into the capitalism itself.
Yes,
but the liberal solution to that is for like having like diversity.
What they meant was rich people diversity, not poor people.
Yeah. I also just like again, what bothers me is like there's no way to really prove or enforce this. Someone is ultimately making a decision whether to hire someone or not.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you have like a brain chip, thank God nobody in the government is into that though.
No, just Elon Musk.
Unless you have like a brain chip that's reading your thoughts, like,
hey Joe, wake up.
You can never really tell. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you can never really enforce this because it's like they can just say like, oh, this candidate was more qualified. Like that's it. It's the end. You never know if there's discrimination or not.
No, but I mean, they hide it really well. And this DEI was never going to work, and they were never going to enforce it. Again, this is just window dressing up and down. It's a C or a D because it's absolute shit.
Yeah, I think I agree. I don't think it's quite slop because this is going to affect Americans, but I don't think it's going to affect them in a meaningful capacity. All right, next.
It's a doggy.
God.
Doge?
Hold on.
Are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing Doge.
Yeah.
So renames the United States Digital Service the U.S. Doge Service.
The most retarded thing ever. Dumb.
Yeah.
Not there for you guys to.
I hate the discourse around Doge right now. And do you see like how the engineers are getting called out as like spooks, who like support like the white what is it, like ethnic white majority, some stupid shit like that. I don't know if do you see the recent news?
I didn't see it on this. No.
So one of the Doge, like they keep on getting leaked. The people who work at the Doge department, like the people who are working at the U.S. Treasury right now, are literally like full on like Confederate white supremacists.
Yeah, that tracks though. They psyoped America into basically like supporting the most reactionary shit on earth. It's kind of impressive. Like they took and
You didn't see Big
was-
Balls? Look up Big Balls on Twitter right now.
I'm
Big
not looking at
balls?
big balls. I'm not.
I
looking-
know. He'll get a million porn sites.
Like,
All right,
it's
so
a CNN segment on it, but
how do we feel about Doge as an EO? I don't think it's quite slop. I feel like it has a purpose, but I don't think that purpose is anything that's going to even.
All right, D's fine.
Yeah. Okay, next. Revoke security clearance of 51 former intelligence officials who signed a letter stating that allegations surrounding Hunter Biden's laptop may have been tied to Russia.
God.
It's an executive order about.
I thought it was
Hunter
just
Biden's
bullshit. I
laptop.
thought they just made that
Okay,
up. Oh,
that
I
goes in
am
an
an
A.
expert.
That's an A. That's a
A
good
or
one.
S. Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Where
a
does that
big deal.
help?
They basically
Where does that help?
they stole the 2020 was the one because of that. Because
Okay, well, I mean, how does that
there's
help Americans
polls-
though?
there's polls that
It's
that
still
came
better
out
than the other ones
that
in here so far.
if
So.
people knew of the Hunter Biden story, like if they knew that it was real, that would have affected the way that they voted. So
Here's
it's essentially the way that it got stolen, not like
Here's
the
the-
way that Trump it says claims it is, but
right.
I still
What I
say that's
never-
all bullshit.
Honestly, what I never got, what I never fucking understood is like, if you needed Hunter Biden's laptop to convince you that Joe Biden was a piece of shit, I don't know what to say to you.
That's what I was saying.
He's been
Yeah.
a piece of shit for decades.
For
Yeah.
decades, he hates
He's
poor
been-
people.
He's been garbage. He had to drop out of running for president because he lied about
yeah,
everything and
he plagiarized.
a bunch of shit.
yeah.
And
White
like,
House says he did not do this, nor did
he's
he do
on
it.
the Senate floor talking about how he's just gonna like fucking shill for like any corporate like.
Yeah,
he's
I
been a
tried to
piece
sell
of shit
myself.
his whole life. His
Yeah,
whole life he has been garbage.
He tried to suck a lot of cock, and they told him, "Come back when you're 21, kid."
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next. Calls on the Attorney General and the Secretary of Homeland Security to establish Homeland Security task forces in all states nationwide. This is just fucking scary. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Probably a D.
I would
guess.
say a D or slop.
I don't think it's slop. I think this
I
is-
wouldn't
Which
say
one?
flop, but more.
Or
like-
which one are we? Please say that again.
calls on the Attorney General and the Secretary of Homeland Security to establish Homeland Security task force in all states nationwide.
Oh yeah, that's D. Fuck the
Yeah, it's scary.
fuck the DHS.
That one's fucking scary.
That just means
DHS.
they're just gonna roll out.
That's how you get
typical
FEMA
IDs.
camps. The FEMA camps come through DHS.
Well, that's like police state shit. That's
Yeah.
like
And the 15-minute cities.
That's what
Yeah,
FEMA camps are. It's police state, 15-minute city
yeah.
slop.
I was telling my boss this. I said they want to put us in 15-minute cities, so that would rule me out because I drive 30 minutes every day to work. They don't want you to drive. Period. That's why they want to get rid of
They don't
gas
want you to
cars.
fly either.
Yeah, they want you to walk everywhere or take a bike.
Once they
can't
get
do
rid of
that.
travel, that's going to be the true end of.
Yeah. Well, that's bullshit. I should have a job. I have a right to get a job 30 minutes away. If you don't like it, go suck a dick. I don't care.
You just love saying that,
Yeah.
don't you, Steph?
Yes, I do. Because I suck my husband's dick. Yeah.
Okay, no, I didn't.
okay. All right.
Joe
Um,
Biden.
Okay, tells government agencies not to issue documents recognizing citizenship to people born to parents who do not. So basically, like getting rid of birthright citizenship.
That's Joe Biden? Oh, okay.
Oh, that one.
Sorry.
I didn't see that.
I
one.
thought that.
Now,
Like,
this
wait,
one
what?
is literally temporarily blocked. so it doesn't actually have a purpose.
I'll just say B. B?
What do you
Yes.
think, Greg?
I hope it's dead on arrival, really. Because if that's true, then literally Ted Cruz would have to skip out because he was born in Canada. He wasn't even born here. And
Yeah.
yet he could still run for president.
Ending Birthright's pretty good. I would give that like maybe a B.
Okay.
What did I say? B?
I think that's pretty good. Birthright. I'm actually a dual citizen, so like I'm kind of agnostic on that. I'm a big hypocrite on that. So I mean, but birthright doesn't. I don't think it's unconstitutional. It doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to give that an A actually.
But if you were born in Canada, that makes you Canadian, I guess.
I want to make that like a in between, like a B and an A. But like I don't know. I'm good. I'm okay with both.
Okay. All right. What do we got? Calls for foreign nationals to be vetted and screened to the maximum degree possible.
Oh, this
U.S.
is just
agencies to submit a report within 60 days identifying any vetting concern that could warrant suspending entry from certain countries and pinpointing the number of nationals admitted during the Biden administration from those countries of origin.
D.
I say slop. Complete
Okay.
slop.
Maybe we'll meet at C.
No, you don't. We don't need it yet.
Just put it at D. I guess.
The D is getting pretty fat. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, okay. Yeah.
I always thought the D was going to be
I'm not
fat
saying
here.
anything. I'm not saying
He's
anything.
It's getting a little fat, so we might have to put a little pumps the C a little bit.
Okay.
Hey.
I know what I'm going to do.
What you gonna do?
Oh!
Now it's symmetrical. That's perfect.
No. Who is this dude? We don't even know
Got
who
him!
he is.
Is there even an S? I don't even think there is an S.
Yeah, there's an S right in the pink color.
I want this guy to be in every single.
No, I mean,
video
what
for
is
no
what is
reason.
what?
Nothing,
what
really.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think
He just put that there
There
just
is
because
nothing-
we've been
yeah, I
ratting on
think
this guy. We don't even know
because
the fuck he is.
we need at least one spot in there. I think there's not.
I think that's gonna be it because I don't know which one of these.
This
would
could be
qualify
like
as
Snow
S
on
tier.
acid.
I don't know
if
what
he had
any
more
of these
hair.
would be S.
Picture of Snow if he had more hair.
No,
was
he
on
doesn't have.
acid.
He doesn't have the jawline I do.
Okay.
He doesn't have the
Yeah.
cut you and you're gonna bleed a bit jawline. But I digress.
I thought he
Okay,
was like your brother or something.
Next one, call for the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations to submit written notification of the United States withdrawal from the Paris Agreement, a climate accord that included targets for reductions in greenhouse gas emissions.
I mean,
So you're
this
not
is
going to
literally
the
just
Joe
flop.
Biden one?
I don't know what that's for, actually.
You just randomly have a picture of Biden in there?
Fuck it.
Oh, no.
My go.
I can sum up America in one word.
In the
All right,
Himalayas.
how do we feel about withdrawing from the Paris Agreement?
We're
guys?
gonna get in and out of it. We're gonna get in and out of it. So I say it's flop.
That's an S right now.
Huh?
What is that Biden one that's an S right now?
I don't remember.
Why do we put Biden in an S?
I would just put the Paris Agreement. I mean, because we're gonna get in and out of that agreement every 4 years. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
put it
think
as
that's
complete
kinda
flop.
small.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
guess,
No. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, Paris. So that it's like not. It's that's like the carbon tax bullshit. That's like that doesn't actually help the climate. So like I
No,
kind
it
of
doesn't.
agree with that.
Whoa!
Like, I kind of agree.
Fuck.
What did you just do?
I don't know.
Oh no!
Is it gone?
Is
Oh
it
boy!
gone?
no, no, no.
What happened?
No.
Oh no.
The D was getting so
No.
Okay, hold on.
He nuked the deer. The deer is nuked. Are we
Hold
gonna-
on.
Elon Musk must have done something.
We have to speak on
Fuck
this.
you, love bug.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
This shouldn't take too long.
Too long.
Paris climate in C. Stick that back in C.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
going to
what I
help
was-
anybody.
That's what I was thinking.
Where?
So, that Biden pick is an S.
Fuck.
As long as that glasses guy, whatever you want to call him.
If you find that guy with glasses, let us know.
Hold on. Let's.
Comparison
I'm just
to-
gonna go through this and remember it.
Here, like go to
fine, okay.
go to like the feed on YouTube and then like see where we were at last
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Actually, that's a
Good.
good idea. Holy shit! Why didn't
Yeah.
I think of that?
Great
Sorry,
point.
guys. I don't know what I pressed, but the
You need a
whole
big
thing
brain like
fucking
Crab.
exploded. Yeah, really.
Big
Okay.
Big D
Right,
brain.
Mad Crab, and then got the Big D,
The big
Mad D.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So repopulating it. I wouldn't have thought of that. I would just muddled through this and fucked it up.
Mhm.
And then farted and piss and cum. Oh wait, no, we got add a row below.
Oh yeah, it is slop.
We gotta make the slop.
Flop tier.
With the bad face.
So the border thing that goes in the slop. And
the gender, yeah, the gender thing.
Two of them right next to each other.
We're having fun, guys.
The D was getting fatter, right?
The D is very
It's
fat.
definitely fat. It's very fat.
Yeah.
Big fat D.
I'm not saying anything.
But you are.
No, I didn't say anything.
But you're saying it by not saying anything.
Yeah.
By explaining
Okay.
anything, you're
You're
saying.
always ganging up on the
Gender
chick,
shit
alright?
is slop.
The border one too.
Border one is slop. Okay. I think we're back. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
Okay.
put the
Where's the guy with glasses? That looks
Yeah,
like
where's-
Snow's brother.
Oh, Cowboy Kitty's doing away.
Well, we were gonna put something else in C. What we were just talking about. Oh yeah, the Paris Agreement. Yeah.
Yeah, put Paris Climate Accords in C.
Mhm.
All right, fine.
Because Witchy's right, it's going to go back and forth every 4 years, but it's pretty useless. Like I agree with like, there's no point in having that. Like if you want to actually address the environmental issues, you want to fix the water, the air, the shit that's like going on in East Palestine.
Then they would. Yeah.
If they actually cared about the climate, it wouldn't be this, because this is just a giveaway to like green corporations, quote unquote.
Well,
And,
but
like,
here's the thing too. The solution to climate change is to regulate the industries that are responsible for the greatest emissions. It is not to put the cost. It is not to like place the burden.
Oh, puppers.
It's not to put the burden on the consumer, because in Canada, all that did was piss people off. They didn't change their behavior. They just got pissed off, and they just started hating like the carbon tax, even though it has a much lower.
That was really
effect.
just, they should have called it the travel tax, because they really just wanted to
It's
charge
like
you
that,
for driving.
It's like that line from The Room. Hi, doggy.
Right. Okay. Suspends refugee resettlement in the U.S., directs the Homeland Security Secretary and the Secretary of State to submit a report to Trump within 90 days detailing whether refugee resettlement should resume, as well as to submit subsequent reports every 3 months until Trump decides to no longer suspend refugee resettlement.
Well, wait a minute.
Basically, suspending refugee resettlement.
while saying that Egypt and everybody else has to take the refugees from Gaza. I say this is a complete slop. Hypocrites, hypocrites,
that one?
hypocrites.
Refugees.
Refugees. We should stop all refugees from coming to the United States.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Yeah, make that a
I
D.
would say that's a slop, maybe.
Or D.
No, that's just bad. Like
that is not good.
It's just dog
it's
shit.
not good, especially when you're literally saying, "Oh well, Egypt and Iran
there's
and them should take
refugees. That come here. I will agree. There's like some parts like Ukraine refugees are like receiving like free healthcare, like U.S. taxpayer benefited shit that like they shouldn't get. But refugees aren't the problem. They want to demonize refugees. That's the whole
right. But the fact is that we should literally stop demonizing them because we're the ones fucking up their countries, and that stop fucking up their countries, then they wouldn't come here.
That's why he deserves a D.
Yeah,
it's not
a big D.
It is really.
But Snow, you're gonna add in that guy there in the S tier.
What guy?
The glasses guy.
Oh, the glasses guy.
Put me in S. Put me in the PP.
Yeah, you have glasses.
No, not you.
This guy that looks like Snow Himbo's brother.
Yeah. Hey,
next.
Wait,
okay.
Glasses are like it's a pretty common trope.
Okay, next. Declares a 90-day pause in U.S. foreign development assistance and calls for a full-scale review of all programs at the end of that 90-day window.
Fuck the pause. We should be done, period.
I mean, this is just slop, in my opinion, because, again, Israel was exempt from that list.
Yeah.
And they're still giving military weapons to Ukraine.
Yeah, they're still shipping weapons. They're sending weapons.
Yeah, you and I talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe this is just slop.
I don't know what that was because so basically they first came out and said they're pausing all foreign aid except Israel and Egypt.
Right.
Then they said, oh, we're like, all the weapons that are going to Ukraine, they're still going through. Then they're like, oh, we're actually we're still sending weapons to Ukraine. And then this past weekend, he authorized.
Hey, Indy's in the chat.
So.
Hey, Indy. Yeah, I think it's complete slop. Snow.
I think it's a C. To be honest.
I'm surprised.
Maybe it's a D. Maybe it's like a slop. I don't know because it's like. It's like how I feel about the Paris Climate Accord. It's like, yeah, like in principle, it makes sense, but it doesn't actually do anything.
But
and it's not stopping any military aid.
I mean, does that country not exist anymore?
Yeah, I mean, Ukraine is still going to get their weapons, and so is, Israel. They might as well have an exempt clause that says, oh, except for Israel, who is our bitch, and who were their bitches. And then
on paper it's a good idea.
Yeah, on paper it's a good idea, but they're not going to follow through with it.
Let's consider that then. On paper, if it's a good idea, we should give a little bit of weight to that, even if we know it's bullshit.
All right, put it in D then.
D or C?
I think a C.
I think a C too.
You just don't want the big D.
I don't like
too much. No, there's just too much D. We have way too much D. We need to reduce the D. There's too much D.
It's even long as well.
I'll up this D.
You know what I mean?
That's what she said. Okay.
Now you're saying
too much D.
I'm just laughing.
Too much D. Okay.
Just don't laugh like Kamala.
No, I can't cackle. I can't cackle the cocks.
Next we have. Oh fuck me! These
are
all out of order.
A black and gray. What is that?
It's poo. Next we have reforms the federal hiring process to prevent the hiring of individuals based on their race, sex, or religion, and prevent the hiring of individuals unwilling to defend the Constitution or to faithfully serve the executive branch.
Complete slop. I mean, unless we're hiring traitors, known traitors who should be up against the wall for a firing squad, nah, it's all slop. This doesn't help anybody.
I think it's just another DEI. I think it's just another DEI like repackage.
Could be.
It's like what is it like? Not
hiring people who won't defend the Constitution. Well, you're talking about traitors then.
No, but also it reforms the hiring process to prevent the hiring of individuals based on their race, sex, or religion.
Which is utter garbage anyway.
Just put it in slop. I don't think
It's
you see.
Okay, reinstates the Schedule F policy from the first Trump administration that converts civil servants to political appointees, allowing them to be more easily dismissed. So, basically, easier to fire government.
I think that's a pretty okay idea. Maybe like a C or a B.
Okay.
C or a B, either one of those.
I think a C. I think it really does.
I just think it's all slop. It doesn't affect us, but it does. It will affect people who literally are in the revolving door. That's about it.
Man,
and they'll be CEOs of Pfizer.
C.
Okay. Let's see. Which one of these was it? Give me a sec.
Boom on the wrist and my.
I'm so fucking bad at this job. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, these are all out of order. What a piece of shit. Okay. Oh, it's just this one. Okay, here we go. What did we agree on this one?
Which
Slop
one?
or what was this?
With the federal hirings, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I think it was. Wasn't it
easier to dismiss employees?
Yeah, it was. I think it was going to be either C or B. We didn't know which one.
We can give it a B because that's not a. I don't know. That's not a terrible idea.
A's starting to get really lonely there.
That's because all of it.
Good.
That's because this entire presidency is going to be fake.
Yeah.
It's all fake. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Bans government censorship of Americans and calls for an investigation into whether the Biden administration pushed to censor Americans.
The premise of it, I
really like the premise. I'm very skeptical of any kind of follow through.
At least for the premise, I would put either A or S.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a big D for free speech. I want to do A for this one.
Let's put it in A. I think that deserves it.
But why'd you name as Pee Pee Poop? Are you Kyle Kowinski now or what?
I am Kyle Kowinski's younger brother, actually.
I'm his alter ego. I'm the opposite Kyle Kowinski.
Okay, we'll rename Pee Pee Poo Poo to an actual thing that helps Americans. That's better than an S.
Yeah.
Wait, Biden can't go in there then.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'm in slop.
Yeah, slop. He really was a slop for president.
Hold on, no. I got an idea.
Oh, boy. You getting tired of their stuff or what?
Well, actually, yeah, I kind of am because I'm still very sick, but I'm actually going to go. Not that I haven't had fun, but yeah, I need to go to the bathroom and stuff. So
Biden has died.
Yeah, that's the tier. That's the tier there.
Yeah, okay.
This is very good. This makes sense.
So I'm gonna get going, guys. It's been real fun, but I have to get some sleep. I'm like exhausted.
Are you gonna be on the stream tomorrow?
We'll see. Because I do have to get to work on Saturday, but we'll see how I feel.
Yeah, I should be able to join the Saturday stream this time. So
we were gonna watch more clips, I thought.
Yeah, this Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
or join this time. Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Take it easy.
I would keep.
All right, let's put this shit to bed. So next we have restoring names that honor American greatness.
That's a
Well,
slap, I think.
that's the rename the Gulf of Mexico and Denali.
Yes.
That's a.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, slop. Wait a minute. Why is slop on top of D now?
Oh shit. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, I would say that's a slop because that's just,
Yeah, that makes no fucking sense. Like
Yeah.
at all. It's so goofy. Which one of these was it? Did I miss a thing? Give me a sec. It was a mountain. There it is. Wait, or is that Alaska? Fuck.
that might be left. The
No,
mountain.
it's gotta be. Hold on.
Oh,
Nope.
is
Nope.
it
No,
the
no.
Gulf of Mexico right
Yeah,
there?
Gulf of Mexico. There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, slop.
No, that's you put it under Joe Biden's died.
All right. There we go. Okay. I really gotta piss. I'll be right back. Nobody go anywhere.
I'm going.
BRB.
I'm gone.
No, remember that Haley girl? Okay, I'm going. Bye bye. I'm going to bed.
You know she came out.
Huh?
For 2 months silence today. Did you see that?
You mean that she spoke again, or?
Yeah, she started crying. She was on FaZe Banks' podcast today.
Oh, I gotta see that.
I'll send it to you in the chat.
Is that another one of those similar to the Leave Britney Alone thing?
No, she starts crying. Can I even share my screen? Oh, I can. Epic.
Breaks her from starts.
Oh, it's not gonna let. Yeah, no one needs to let me. But yeah, it's pretty bad. She started crying. That woman belongs in jail. She stole millions of dollars. How was that?
All right, we're back.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, you're watching it too?
Snow, what's the record time for a shit you've ever taken? What's the fastest
Record?
shit you've ever taken? Like, what do you think is the record? The fastest shit you could take?
Like including like having the flu and stuff.
No, including like washing your hands. Like, I'm just like, what's the fastest you can take a shit? You think?
Oh, I don't wash ever.
You don't wash your hands?
Nope.
Okay, that's good.
And like I don't buy toilet paper either because we have cats. So you know.
Yeah, no, toilet paper is a scam. That's
Yeah.
you're,
You can just use like you have animals that have fur. Just wipe your.
okay. So you don't wipe either. You don't wipe and you don't wash your hands.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know what to time a shit. Like,
Or as Angry Video Game Nerd would say, cowabunga shit.
okay, like after a coffee in the morning, you can probably take a shit in like a minute. Anyway, okay, let's close this out because it's hitting. It's flirting with midnight. So the next one is restoring the death penalty.
Oh,
Oh, that's bad.
that's a D.
That's pretty bad. That's a D.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
That's pretty bad.
I'm like, okay, yeah, no, fucking no.
Yeah, where's the death penalty?
Oh, it's this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a D. It's just dog shit. Like, what? Why are we doing? Okay, calls for a physical wall and other barriers on the southern border,
Slop.
and also ends a parole program for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. It's immigration shit.
Do you guys think it's a slop?
Doesn't really mean anything. I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's slop too. I think most of the immigration shit's slop, if only because I think it's like, I think it's done under a false pretense.
It's
I think it is.
It's all fake. Biden is the deporter in chief.
He really was. He deported a fuckload of people. Like it was like Trump is going to actually have to work really hard to beat Biden's like deportation record. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah. I remember when Alien was trying to make excuses of why Biden's deportation wasn't as bad as Trump. It's like because he didn't rip the babies out of the families or whatever, which was just stupid.
Yeah. Okay, so next we've got calling to maximize the development and production of natural resources in Alaska.
I don't know what to make of that.
I mean, it could be beneficial for Alaskans, I suppose. It's obviously just like a gimme to the oil industry, but let's see.
Probably
Expedites the development of liquid natural gas production, removes other regulations. So it's deregulation. That's probably the primary focus of it. I'm feeling kind of C with it. Like maybe it'll like create some jobs or like kind of improve Alaska's economy, but really it's just about, you know, a lot of this presidency is just going to be deregulating shit so that corporations can just take a big shit on your face.
Yeah.
All right. Unleashing American energy eliminates the Biden administration's emission standards that benefited electric vehicles, calls to protect people's freedoms to choose gas-powered appliances as well as toilets and shower heads, and requests a review of anything that could hamper domestic energy production.
See, it's the same thing as the Paris Climate Accord.
Yeah.
Just like a C.
I mean, yeah, that's yeah, that's fair. Where's that EV? Okay. All right, let's see. What do we got next? Next, we have...
Isn't that the Salamondi thing?
Withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization.
Oh, that's an A.
A?
Yeah. I mean, Whitney Webb talks about this, about how it's like kind of like...
It's fake and dumb, but...
It's sort of fake, but like on principle. Maybe that goes on the TikTok tier, the B. I don't know. Maybe a B.
Yeah, actually a B. Because it's got to lose some points for being fake and dumb, because obviously, like, you know, whenever they do this, we're withdrawing from the evil organization, they're, like, secretly doing, like, back channel bullshit every single time.
They're consolidating it under other, like...
Yeah, it's all like a smoke screen. But on paper, yeah. Okay. Okay, revocation of certain executive orders. Revokes Biden's executive orders that required federal employees to receive the coronavirus vaccine.
That's a slop. Because it's 5 years too late.
I mean, yeah, like the timing is... I don't know. Like, if Trump were to get in office and, like, kind of remove, like, federal mandates... I've never been a fan of mandates. I've always been against it. But like, it's 2025.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? Or you know what? Like, okay. Let's think about this a little differently. This is still in place, I assume. Mm-hmm. So in order to be a federal employee, you need proof of vaccination for COVID in 2025.
Yeah.
So in that case,
in that premise, I would an actual thing that helps Americans. That would be helpful.
I would argue that too.
Yeah.
Because first off, why do you still need to get this vaccine at this point? Yeah, you know what? Like, I think
if the vaccines are so safe and effective, why do we need to keep taking them over and over and over and over again? Like,
well, it's not just that. I'll think even past my bodily. I'm like across the board bodily autonomy. That's just me. I'll think beyond that.
So you have principles, basically.
Yeah, it's a rare thing in the left leaning space. I want to go with A, just because if they are still requiring you get vaccinated for COVID at this point, where pretty much everybody on the planet has like all this immunity to this virus, and the vaccines aren't really. I mean, look, at the end of the day, like requiring you get inoculated for a virus that is going to bypass the inoculation, requiring that to be employed is kind of stupid. It doesn't make sense to me. So
Well, that's why I would put it in that it would help Americans, because it would actually be helpful. People wouldn't have to do it anymore. So
correct.
Mhm.
Actually, no, yeah, that helps Americans.
Mhm. Yeah.
Very good. We're doing good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're making tears great again.
That's exactly what it is.
All right. We need to move on. There's a lot to go through right now. So next on the list, we got ending the government serving the billionaires. I'm kidding. That is not in the executive order. Okay, ends diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in federal agencies.
Sloppy
Yeah.
Joe.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Sloppy Joe Biden.
Fucking total slop.
Total slop Joe Biden.
There's going to be a lot of slop. Okay. Designates the Houthis as a foreign terrorist organization.
See,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dog shit. Fuck you.
that's literally their government. You know, that's like a government. That's not a terrorist organization. Like the Houthis run the Yemeni government. That's like calling an entire country a terrorist organization.
Pretty much. But we know why that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Releasing all records related to the assassinations of John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr.
Hey,
I would be probably A. That would sound like
Yeah,
hey,
it's
it's
A.
like, you know, the premise on principle. We'll see what happens.
exactly. But yeah, on the premise,
I'm
yeah,
not optimistic, but like I think it's a good thing.
yeah.
Unprecedented for sure. Yeah.
Don't
It's
worry,
not
I'll remove all the
gonna-
stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Removing barriers to American leadership and artificial intelligence.
Flop, or I mean,
C.
slop.
No, D. Because
Oh.
that's like the entrance. That's the he's basically like he's pairing up with all the crypto and like AI lobbyists like Sam Altman. Like they're all there, and like they're talking about AI surveillance and AI. Like he's basically taking off all the guardrails. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah,
Just remove all the guardrails for AI so they can go nuts with it. That's what they're doing. The problem with it is like actually, and like my sister, like she works in like tech, like stuff like this. The problem right now is that they don't have enough data. They're like running. They literally pump like ChatGPT with like all the data that they can, and they don't have enough data to like run more of it. So like, you know,
I don't think I actually.
there's natural guardrails to this stuff, but like, you know, already removing the regulations is definitely not good. This is new. It's not good.
Hold on. I gotta actually. I don't have. There we go.
I gotta go. So.
Yeah, it's all good. We're almost done.
Mhm.
All right, so that is the strengthening American leadership in digital financial technology.
That would be a D, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, oh yeah. Where'd I put this?
Is it not right at the end there?
No, that's Trump being
Oh,
stupid. No, I'll just save the images.
I don't think I see it there.
It's okay. We'll knock this out. Yeah, I'd say this is just bad.
Oh, so he got Crap got disconnected apparently. Oh no, there he is.
My connection goofed.
He got AIDS and died. He got AIDS and died. He got AIDS and died.
Everyone has AIDS. AIDS.
No, man, everybody got AIDS and shit.
Okay, next creates a presidential council on advisors on science and industry led by the president's assistant for science and technology and also the special advisor for AI and crypto.
That sounds like maybe a slop. Does that sound right?
That one's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of like allows leadership to request security clearance and classified access for members of the committee, which is also scary. Jesus, what the fuck happened? I don't have. Okay, I'm just gonna save this as well.
Is that like Godzilla music I hear in the background or something?
Can you turn that down a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Just a little.
Dun, dun, dun. Actually, we'll change it.
Oh, I
There we go. Hey guys.
I barely hear it. I don't know what it is.
Nice.
Okay, well, a bunch of my thumbnails didn't save, so there we go. Okay, so like a crypto advisor or whatever.
D.
Yeah, this is kind of D to me. Like anything to do with just like we're creating a digital prison for the proletariat, I can't really get on board. Okay, seeks to provide more water to California to combat wildfires by circumventing federal and state laws dealing with California's water system.
It would be something that would help Americans. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually would not be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I don't have things in my mind. I think I just didn't save a bunch of thumbnails, so I'm just like, thank goodness I have ADHD. All right, yeah, where do we want to put this?
Yeah, help Americans.
Yeah, actually, that would again, like, you can't have an administration that just doesn't do anything positive because nobody can make the argument. Okay, revokes 2 of Biden's executive orders on abortion access. So, basically an anti-abortion EO.
Wow.
I'm voting dog shit.
But also, Biden didn't do anything about it, so.
Nope, he didn't. What do you think, Crab?
I think it'd be kind of funny to put it under Joe Biden has died.
Yep, we're doing it. Joe Biden has died. All right, this is the really important one that affects all Americans. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
China.
Bans transgender people from serving in the military.
Oh yeah, that's a D. That is a D.
Slop. That is absolute slop.
Oh, slop? Oh.
Yeah. That is fucking. That is slop on levels never.
Because I mean, I don't want trannies to be in the. I mean, it's not that I don't like trannies because like I don't want anyone fighting the military anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's kind of my take too. It's like I don't want people.
I might convert just not to be drafted for World War III. I'm serious. I might turn into a girl in order to not join.
Well, I will make sure to
If
use.
it comes down to that, I will.
Okay, allow service members who were discharged from the military for refusing to receive the coronavirus vaccine to be reinstated.
probably an A.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Again, there's the argument that like these people, this won't affect a lot of people, but
Yeah.
it's something, right? I mean, look at the D. Look at all this just fucking dog shit, and then all this slop. And then we got some okay shit that isn't terrible. We've got some stuff that's like, yeah, that's not too bad. God damn, what a dog shit administration. This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck so bad.
Yeah. But hey, of course, you can blame it on the Democrats. Of course, they keep giving us this.
Of course, dude. They're like, I keep arguing this forever. The only way to understand how the Democrats and the Republicans operate is to think of them as one entity, not two entities.
Exactly.
It's very confusing if you think of them as two entities. When you think of them as just one entity, everything just starts to make perfect fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're making good progress here, guys. So next we have instructs the Defense and Homeland Security Secretaries to abolish all diversity, equity.
That would be a slop, right? Because the others,
Absolutely,
yeah,
fucking slop. Just because, like, it does like nothing. Oh, here we go. Create an Iron Dome for America. I mean, like, it doesn't do nothing. It obviously like protects America more. I don't know.
Yes. So it'd be like if it stopped, like, for example, like missiles heading into from other countries heading to somewhere in America. Would that be an example? Or
yeah, from America's biggest rivals that are definitely trying to do war and not just doing other stuff. That
then it would be either maybe a C or B, because it could still have some well, I don't know about concept. Just probably one of those, B or C. I don't know, maybe.
I'd say C.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's going to be lobbing missiles at America unless America starts some serious bullshit, but it might help. Yeah.
No, it's slop. That's not going to do anything. Even the Israel Iron Dome.
I mean, actually, yeah. How is this going to work? Oh, it's not. It just asks for a plan.
It's not even real. It's like the wall. Nothing's going to happen.
No.
Okay.
Well, then, then it's slop. Yeah.
All right. Next, we have culture. States that federal funds should not be used for gender-affirming medical care for minors.
Slop. Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, for minors.
Yeah, for minors.
Okay, that's a good idea. C. I didn't see.
Yeah. It's not crazy, but I mean, if it's like
you're above 18, do what you want, but just leave the kids alone. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going on the same way, and it's just for funding. To be clear, I'd oppose like any like direct like draconian like you can't raise your kids a certain way. I'm against that.
I agree too.
But yeah, for any kind of like let's nudge in this direction, no. Because that's just that in reverse. You're just like you're incentivizing like something to be done. Okay. So there's only one category for this in my opinion. Additional measures to combat anti-Semitism.
Oh my god.
D.
Yeah.
Absolutely D.
That's worse than D.
Yeah, but I mean, considering we don't have anything worse than D's. Yeah, that's where
we can make a fuck Israel category.
Okay.
Nah, you know what? It's D. It's dog shit. This is literally like we are going to ban like fucking not being okay with genocide. Yeah. Which we knew, like everybody knew this was coming, right? This isn't surprising to anybody, I hope.
But yet all the liberals are laughing like, I told you Trump was going to do this, but like, even though you didn't say shit when Biden was doing it, so.
Nope, absolutely nothing. Okay, next. America's 250th.
Slop.
Yeah. It's so
That's
bad.
the stupidest thing ever. Like, what
I
the
don't even know. Okay, excuse me. Instructs cabinet heads to develop a strategy within 90 days to eliminate federal funds from being used for discriminatory treatment and indoctrination in K-12 schools, including based on gender ideology and equity ideology.
They want to
Is
get
that
rid
a
of
slop too?
maybe. I think that's slop.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means. They said they were focusing on patriotic education, so there's an indoctrination angle, obviously, but like, yeah, like, okay, gender ideology is gone. Can the kids get a job now? No? Okay. Okay, directs the education department to prioritize school choice programs through its discretionary grants, in addition to issuing guidance to states about federal allocation to districts and schools. So basically, the government can kind of decide what school programs to fund.
That'd be a C.
A C?
Yeah, would that make sense?
Actually, wait, I fucked these up. That goes here, this goes here.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that where we're at? Where the education part is what we're talking about right now?
Yeah, so basically it allows the government to decide what school programs it can fund. Yeah. Now, I don't know if I'm on board with that, because the state can basically say, like, we're going to underfund certain things and overfund other things, but I don't know. I'm going to vote.
It would either be C or B. Probably either one of those, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to put it at C. Because it depends on the state, but on paper, like, ideally it could be a good thing.
Oh.
Because if you're going to fund better shit, then it could be good. But I have absolutely no faith in Donald Trump. At all. Even
your dog should be President Crab.
No, it's fairly well.
Okay, next we got the. Oh, this is. Oh my god. Calls for the unleashing prosperity through deregulation. Calls for the.
Flop.
Huh? Yeah.
What does he? I don't even know what half of these mean. I literally don't.
It's basically deregulating shit. So.
Maybe D.
Yeah. I'm gonna vote D. Just because it's like we have so few regulations on corporations as it is, and this government's like, we need to remove some, and it's like, eat all the ass. You need to eat all the ass. Okay. Places tariffs on Canada, 25%.
That would be a D, right?
That's pretty. That's trade wars. Starting trade wars. That's a D. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, garbage. And then another trade war with Mexico.
That's a D.
Yep.
Anything that's trade, that's horrible.
No, starting trade wars is pretty bad. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. And then tariffs on China.
That thumbnail is pretty funny.
I had to, just because China does not give two shits about this. They're like, fuck you. Okay.
All the trade war shit we can throw in D.
Yeah.
That's going to be the entire 4 years, by the way. It's going to be like sanctions.
Yeah, so then
it's going to be the next 4 years is just going to be D and slop.
Imagine the MAGA supporters, then they chant 4 more years.
They're already talking on Newsmax. They're like actually considering like how they can get Trump to run a 3rd term because they don't have to. They have JD Vance. That's it.
Well, I mean, there's always Tulsi. They can always put in Tulsi Gabbard as well. I mean,
well, JD Vance is the Trojan, right? Like,
he's the Trojan for Palantir and like all like the
yeah, he's like the 1984 sort of element to all this. Trump, I've always argued this about Trump. Liberals get Trump wrong in this regard. They focus on how bad Trump himself is. The risk of Trump isn't Trump himself. It's who is whispering in Trump's ear. It's who Trump's attached to. Because he's always attached to some actual fucking like Baphomet tier, like demon scum. But nobody focuses on that. They focus on Trump and they're like, he said mean words. Meanwhile, he's like literally like in bed with the worst demons.
Kanye is having a wild time on Twitter right now. You guys gotta see what's going on.
Kanye, you said?
Kanye is going off on Twitter. He's like going. He just tweeted slavery is a choice. He's calling to free P Diddy. He's literally saying free Puff Daddy. Slavery is a choice.
What's this?
I thought you were gonna mention what his new girlfriend just did recently.
I don't even that's his girlfriend.
What the fuck? He's just typing in all
Yo,
oh my god.
On Twitter right now.
Whether it's his girlfriend or
he's on something. He's on something.
But don't forget, he's the one that wore that black thing over his head or whatever that was. So he had that meltdown.
Not my fault you married a Clinton associate? Oof. Okay. All right, let's wrap this up. I know it's getting late.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next.
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
I know.
We're almost done.
How do we feel about the Sovereign Wealth Fund?
I don't know. What is
I don't know either.
What is that? Put that in like a C.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like on paper it could be good, but yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the last two.
State-owned investment fund that invests in real financial assets. That sounds like an insider trading scheme.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, just throw it in D. I think.
Yeah. This is looking good, Donnie. It's looking like good.
It's not good. That D.
Bro, it looks like a D. Like
it does.
Okay. Pausing tariffs on Mexico until March 4th.
B.
I would argue, yeah, that's B, or maybe even a thing that actually helps Americans because it's going to.
Well, it's just a pause. That's how I feel.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's just a pause.
That's how I feel about the TikTok thing. It's like only it's like
okay,
fascinating from the problem, from the real problem.
Okay, it's either a B or C, maybe B, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
And then pausing the tariffs on Canada.
B as well, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We need to. Okay, I want to really make the D look at D. So we need one more for the balls. Can we please just like stick one in there? Maybe the guy.
Where?
Maybe the guy's face. Making the right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Perfect. That's it.
Okay.
Perfect. It's beautiful.
All right, we're done.
All right.
I think it's
taking a screenshot.
We're finally that's finalized. We're putting it in. We're locking this one in, boys.
Yep.
Okay, so of all these, just so we're all clear, guys, of all of these executive orders, we have a total of 2 that actually help America.
Yes. Yes. I think that's
That
actually,
is
That's pretty
fucking depressing.
yeah.
God damn it. All right, well, I'm going to stop sharing. We will be posting the results to social media. And yeah. Fuck, man. 3 hours 18 minutes. This is a banger. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight on Snow Himbo Streams. Please keep an eye out on our socials. We are going to have very big news very soon.
We're launching new projects. We're coming up.
We're coming up. We're launching new projects. We're eating the dogs. We're eating the cats.